Just get situated here. 1 second. All right. Wanted to make sure I feel comfy and safe for today's show. We've got a lot to talk about. Fortunate for you, I just found myself with some free time on my hands. I was supposed to be in California for the upcoming week, but that changed. So I have some free time. Figure why not spend some time or even waste some time with some of my favorite people. That's you. I am so honored that you choose to have me either on your TVs, on your device, in your pocket, your phone, your iPad, your tablet, your ham radio, your 2 cans and a string, whatever it is you're watching right now. I am so happy that you're joining me. Look at that little thing right there. That's so strange. Anyway, we're going to talk about a lot of things, and Johnny's going to stop by in a minute. But I want to start the show talking a little bit about love and understanding. In this world, somehow, we are lacking a lot of love and understanding. I don't know what happened that people have become such assholes. Johnny and I, we spend a lot of our time in airports. You know, that's part of the job. And people in airports cough and sneeze, and people are disgusting. I'm sorry. They're disgusting. And people have their little snotty children running around and sneezing and sticking their thumbs up their nose and probably up their asses, and they don't care. They touch everything. And there's so much coughing and sneezing that sometimes you may want to protect yourself. Now, I've gotten a lot of people who are mad at me, and they're mad at Johnny. And they said, the mask mandate is over. Well, that may be. And then they say, you have freedom. Right? People somehow have mistaken freedom. The Constitution says, well, those people who wrote the Constitution owned slaves, so freedom is a little out the window. But the whole point of this is, I don't give a fuck what you do. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask. It's okay. But if you were in the airport with me and you heard the symphony of coughing and sneezing and projectile vomiting, you would probably say, I want to cover my face because these people are disgusting. And Johnny and I have tried to be in airports and not wear the mask. You know, when it's open space, why not? And of course, in normal life, I'm not wearing a mask walking down the street. But you see these people and they cough and they sneeze and it's disgusting. And then they're on the plane, this little tube. So look, if you don't want to wear a mask, God bless you, don't wear it. But don't be mad at people who decide that they don't want to inhale sneeze and spit and hepatitis. So what I understand is people get so mad at me. When I put out my tour diary, thank you for watching, it's extremely popular. When I put out that tour diary, people were mad that we were all wearing masks. Well, that was in December during the mask mandate. Whether you agree or not, that is on you. That's fine, but we had to do it to fly. At this point, I always go, maybe I'll stop wearing a mask. And then I hear, and you see these pigs. And then I decide, you know what, maybe I'm going to cover my face for my own being. But then you see people who get mad because they've turned this into politics. This is not politics. Who cares? I don't believe in politics. So anyway, people get mad about this mask thing. And so they go, you know, that doesn't work, right? Or that 10% of that doesn't work, or that's not going to save you. Well, this is not for me about COVID. But if you took this mask that I'm wearing right here and you spit on it right up close, just hot a loogie, the majority of that spit would not come through the mask. Well, I don't want the cold, the flu, the herp, the hep, the HIV because I'm a diabetic. I can't afford to get that shit. So I like the mask. It's fine with me. I also don't like to shave. So I feel like if you want to wear a mask, right, go ahead and wear a mask. Wear as many masks as you like. You can wear a stylish mask or don't ever wear a mask. Maybe you have a great immune system, or maybe in a political way, you are protesting by not wearing it. I don't care about politics. I just am sick of people who are filthy and dirty. So, like I said, get a water gun and shoot it at this mask. The majority of it won't come through. Well, son of a bitch, isn't that amazing? That means if your dirty, disgusting spit doesn't come through here, I'm happy because I don't want your dirty, disgusting spit in my mouth. I know I sound like an angry, negative asshole. And with that, I welcome Johnny Monaco. Hi, Johnny. How are you?
Nice introduction. I I don't know how much more I could take of these people.
You and I went to have a nice lunch today at the Cosmopolitan, right? And so when we were on this line of people to get in, we had a VIP pass, but going through past the peasants, we wore masks. Why not? Who cares? So they don't sneeze on us or their little children. And but you posted a picture and you were just talking about your spectacle glasses, which by the way are amazing. I need to get a pair. This is a company based in Boston. They're not a sponsor, but I wish they would be. And they made Johnny's glasses, and I need some sunglasses. But anyway, Johnny was just promoting it, and he happened to have a mask on. And oh my God, did the Karens have a fit? Johnny, what happened?
That's what happened. I posted a couple pictures to promote for the company, and some lady on my Facebook page was not happy with it. They're still on my page if you want to go read them. Some people got blocked for fighting with her already. She told me they don't work, so masks don't work because obviously she's more into the nano side of the technology that the government's working on, nano research. So she kept going back and forth with me, and then she was talking about our forefathers, and I mentioned, you mean the ones that owned the slaves with the feather pens? Mm-hmm. And then she got really mad and called me a loser. Just hurt my feelings a little bit. And then that's only the second time I've been called that. And then something else. And then I told her to go brush her tooth. And then
that's polite.
Then she said she has all her teeth. Then she accused me of being filthy rich with no insurance, which those two things don't really go together. Because if you're rich, you probably got some bulletproof, you almost want something to happen so you can get some use out of your insurance. Mm-hmm. So now they're still arguing on my page. I kind of just stopped going back and forth on the last one, but not happy that we're wearing masks. Fine, you're not happy, but why you got to go on there and say that?
Right.
You should mind your own business.
I don't post on other people's things, especially about something, if I don't agree with them, it's their post. She did the usual. She said that she has the First Amendment right, but I'm not sure her First Amendment right applies to your private page. I also think that I wish she would use her Fifth Amendment right and maybe just shut the fuck up.
So thinking of myself. Well, I told her, and she says, I don't know my rights. I'm not knowledgeable.
Hold on, we have an asshole amongst us. Dumb Servio. I think that's how you pronounce it. Dumb. Enough with your stupid political views, Jason. Listen, where did you hear anything about politics? I'm talking about if you don't want to get spit on, put a mask on. If you don't wear it. What do I give a fuck? But you guys are mistaking politics. You don't know what politics are. I promise you I know what side you vote for, but that's your business. I don't give a fuck. And here's a great point. The airport masturbation is out of control as well. And I don't want random skeet.
Airport masturbation? I didn't even know that was a thing. Wait, when are we going back to the airport?
The 14th.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to Ohio. And masturbation in Ohio airports is at an all-time high, I heard.
Well, duh.
Yeah. So we're going to Columbus. And there's a lot of nice people here. They're not all assholes. and they're not all ignorant. Because listen, you guys are getting mixed up. Dr. Paul Shortina was here. Thank God, he's helping everything getting it straight. But listen, this is not a political rant.
Tired of these people.
And you know what? This show is meant for entertainment. We're having a good fucking time. Lighten up. You want me to get a sick? You know, Johnny, I went to the doctor the other day. I go to the doctor a lot, and I was in the doctor, and someone said I need a pneumonia shot. Who knows? I don't want to get involved with that kind of stuff in the audience. But I am a diabetic, and I do have a lot of health risks. But they checked my ears, Johnny.
Yeah.
My right ear was 100% impacted. I was practically deaf in this ear, and the left one was 75%. You go to you tour with musicians and loud music, you put on headphones, and your ears build up a wax. Also, stupid people talk to you. Your ears automatically defend themselves by building wax. So they scooped out like a pound of wax from each ear. It was so disgusting. This poor, beautiful woman was assigned to my ears. And God bless her. She does God's work, because I can hear so perfectly now.
Wow. I got to do that.
You might want to try it. Everyone watching, Dr. Paul probably has an easier way. But
my doctor told me I need to tone down with the ear swabs because it's too clean, like red to the point.
Well, Michael Perez says the Q-tips suck. I agree. I don't use those things.
Well, you got to go on an angle.
Yeah.
You can't just go in like the commercial. Like if you're impacting wax, they show this like robotic hand going like this. You don't do it like that. You go.
But you want to have the person's body down and then the ass up, and then you want to use lubricant and make them. Are we talking about different things?
Q-tips.
Oh! I thought you were about anal. I'm sorry.
And if you go up on the top and then come backwards, never force that way. You know, I don't know. I'm sure there's some in there that could be cleaned out. You know, I would like to do that. We have a scientist with us, metal scientist, in fact, says hydrogen peroxide, and they did use some kind of hydrogen peroxide and a big bucket, and then they shoot it in, and it was a pretty intrusive. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so anyway, I'm glad everybody's here. We're having a little bit of fun. We do have a lot to talk about, and it's all going to be fun stuff. I want to mention though. I have this Funko Pop that I keep forgetting. I'd like to give it a nice home. This is the Hollywood series, Jason Green Pop People. And if you see, I got a little microphone in my hand. And but this is the Johnny Monaco haircut version. This is Johnny cut my hair. And this is so it reflects it. There's a regular version, which I have over here with the long hair. This is the shorter hair. But anyway, I want to let somebody have this. And for those of you who don't know about my charitable background, I'm not going to brag, but I've raised over $1 million for various charities. Some of my favorites are the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, the St. Baldrick's Foundation for children with cancer, and I like Toys for Tots. Let's get some kids some toys for Christmas. So anyway, we got Super Chat. If we can raise enough dough, I'd sign this thing, send it to you, and I'm sure Johnny would be happy to sign it as well. And then let's give some money to a good cause. So. This thing is here, and I'll sign it in just a minute, but we'll get that going. So anyway, I want to make sure we mention it because these things, and this is a rare one. I'm only going to have like the good folks at Funko. There's only a couple of these, very few actually. So somebody is going to get that. So Super Chat, you guys know how to do it. Also, I have a Patreon. The link is in the description, and everyone gets to watch my videos early through Patreon. But I want to make sure that some people overseas were having some trouble watching the videos. We are now going to be set up for YouTube subscriptions. You can subscribe to this channel. You can all get your own little fancy emojis, I think they call them. I don't know. I'm not hip. My domestic partner, Michelle, has been teaching me how to speak like a young person. And maybe I could yeet it over to her later, and she can tell us more how to explain it. But anyway, you can do that, and you can watch all of our videos early. In fact, my Patrons are going to watch my next interview before anyone else tonight, and that interview is with John Corabi. John Corabi is going to answer the question, which band is a bigger pain in the ass, Motley Crue or Rat? It's a teaser. You can decide, but if you're a Patreon, you're going to watch it tonight. Everyone else will see it Friday morning, and I will be happy to chat with you. There's a lot of questions, a lot of comments. I'm going to get to all of them. Anyway, start donating. Let's get that over to you. Okay, we're going to talk about the tour diary first. I'm so happy to see everybody enjoying the tour diary. I see a lot of nice comments in here, and I want to share some of them. If you don't know about my tour diary, when Stephen Piercy asked me to tour manage, I'll be honest with you, I turned it down a couple of times. I wasn't sure it was something that I wanted to do. I went out with a band called Fake Rat, or the Bobby Blotzer Experience, and it was very difficult on me. It was very upsetting to me. And I thought maybe, I'm sharing this, maybe no more Rat for me. But then I went and worked with another version of Rat, Juan and Steven's Rat, and I had a very tough time doing that as well. And Steven wasn't exactly healthy at the time. So I wasn't sure that I wanted to go on the road again. I wasn't sure I'd ever want to tour manage again. But at Christmas time, Stephen had gotten sick. A lot of people were getting sick. They needed somebody, and I decided to go out and do it. And I was really, I'm happy I did. I like Stephen Piercy. That's the reason why I agreed to do it. He's a kind guy, a good guy, and he also agreed to let me continue to film my show, because this is I live from this the YouTube. This is it. So he was nice enough to let me document. He wasn't exactly looking to be in every second of me documenting him. In fact, his fiance has a Patreon where she's with him, and they offer some exclusive footage. Mine is more about me, and you get to follow and I show things. But at the same time, Steven's in it from time to time. I was not planning to show Rat concerts because, one, I don't want to get demonetized. I live from these videos, so I don't want to share the music with Rat, money with Rat. So, and who knows where that money would even go. So I don't show this music. If you want to see performances, go online. There's a million people who've YouTubed the performances. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not looking to exploit Stephen. He's nice enough to let me share some of these things from behind the scenes. So a lot of comments want to see more business. Well, I'm not going to show you how you collect money and how much money, and the business is private, and that's Stephen's business. I am showing you what I do. And as the show goes on, because this is a episodic series, I have shot 7 of these so far. And listen, I do everything. I film, I edit. It's a lot of work. But the first one is out, and the link is in the comments. Check it out. It's 35 minutes. It's epic. They'll get a little slicker as they go on. And in the next episode, Johnny Monaco will make his first appearance. Not as a member of the Stephen Piercy band. He was in Hollywood doing something. He came by the whiskey, and him and I went out for a night on the town, and we delivered merchandise for Stephen. And who knew, Johnny?
That's right.
Where that was headed?
Yeah, we loaded his trunk up at like 2:00 in the morning on a hill.
While I was staying at a place called Over the Sunset or Over the Rainbow. Anyway, it's an Airbnb Over the Rainbow. And we take a tour of that. And so that was the beginning of that. Hold on. Indie Cult says, Johnny, since joining Stephen's band, what has been your favorite part of the tour as well as the most challenging? Well, okay. Well, we can start. We'll get to that and we'll go back. Go ahead, Johnny. I think I know the most challenging.
Well, I mean, obviously the best parts are when you're playing on stage, and the other parts is the traveling. That's, what else is
But I think, specifically speaking, the hardest part must have been learning the songs in less than 24 hours.
Well, yeah, that was tricky too. Still, the airport is a little ahead of that. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that was hard. I didn't, get most of it right, but I got through it. But I feel a little more comfortable now. The material.
a lot of people have noticed how much traveling there is. Not everybody is cut out for the road these days. The people used to complain about being in a tour bus. Oh my God, it's like a submarine, and I go to sleep and I wake up. In a lot of ways, that kind of touring is much easier than what we go through. Sometimes 4 or 5 states in a day. Sometimes, a lot of multiple planes. And it's difficult. And you could sit next to somebody who's disgusting, besides each other.
Oh.
And it's a crapshoot flying, and there could be delays. There's a lot of things. I can tell you that Steven does this because he loves to perform. This is a guy who he'll probably die on stage one day because he loves to do it. Hopefully he'll be 130, but he loves to do it, and he is still cut out to do it. This is a guy who has 2 artificial knees. He's had so many other health issues, and he fights through it and does it. So it's hard to complain. One time we were on a plane, and Johnny got up and he said, "Oh, my knees." To which Steven said, "Your knees," pointed to his knees that have no kneecaps and scarring. He's probably watching, by the way. If he is, welcome, Steven. I'm a little nervous when he watches, but thank you, K-Bear, for tipping towards some new masks. I will use that, Johnny and I, separate masks, of course, because there's so many disgusting people. They
are disgusting, aren't they?
Airports. Mark Sanchez enjoys the comment in the tour diary and some of my vacation references. Some of those vacation references keep me going when I'm out there laughing and those type of things. So part 1 is out. It's an overwhelming success. It's almost at 6,000 views. It's only been out for 2 days. Almost everything is positive. You always get a nudnik here and there. People say stupid things, but for the most part, people are excited. Also, some people don't understand, even though I say it in the first line of the special. This was filmed in December, so it's Christmas. That's why you see Christmas trees, and that is also why there was a mask mandate. Whether you believed in it or not, you had to wear a mask on planes. So let's see. I'm just checking everybody out. I want to. Just want to make sure everybody gets their voice heard. That's what we do on this show. Can't wait to visit the Grand Canyon. I can't wait to get to the Grand Canyon either, and take a look at it real quick and say, amen, let's go. So anyway, and Mark Sanchez ordered Johnny's CD. I ordered Johnny's CD, and the money went to a lady in LA. I was hoping he could sign it before it's sent out, maybe at a future show. Johnny, do you know women in LA who are collecting your money?
I don't know what that means.
Mark, you got to be more specific.
I send them out myself. You were there today. I sent one to Canada.
Johnny and I were at the post office. He sold. By the way, Johnny has an incredible website. I looked at it for the first time of all the things he's done, and he has really cool merchandise. And you can check it out, johnnymonaco.com. But anyway, someone bought 3 of his older CDs. And he signs whatever people ask, and he includes pics, and he mailed it. We were at the post office, and anyway, so I don't know what this means. Mark, get in touch with him, and he'll and find out where you sent your money, and he will sign. I'm sure he'd be happy to sign anything you buy. Speaking of your CDs, Johnny, how is the CD? She said she found her soulmate. That's your upcoming CD. Is it? Are we any closer to seeing it?
I'm trying to do the kinder, gentler version, but it's slowly building, and it's almost immobilizing me. I have to finish. I've been working on songs. I had a couple ideas. I've been trying to demo them out, but most of it's done already. I just need to finish it to focus.
Yeah, well, you'll get there. I've heard a lot of it, and it's really good. And that's not just because Johnny's a friend of mine. If I thought it sucked, I'd just go, yeah. But no, Johnny's got great stuff. And I think a lot of you will see a different side of Johnny's music if you're not already familiar. So I recommend it. Jet says, Jet saw us at the M3 Festival a couple of months ago in Maryland. Super cold day, but you guys were awesome. I think he's talking about you.
It was cold. It was freezing out, and it was raining. And then
yes.
we walked out, and we went up to the Warren Star booth.
That's right. You went to school with the Warren Star people, no?
Yep, Stephen Jensen.
Yeah, I wore my Warren Star shirt today.
Yeah, they're a great couple, Stefan and Sylvia from Chicago, good friends of mine, and they were there selling, and it was raining, and what a mess.
Yes, but we had a good time. That was your first show. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, boy, it was crazy. It was so fast, and it was tricky.
There's something going on, which is not just a song by Frida. I can't figure it out. Steve saying it's interesting. Wouldn't imagine metal guys to be like this. Who is he talking about? Steve, not a metal fan. Then why are you watching this? So is there somebody in the chat named Negative who's what is this? 62, not a metal fan. Love your show. But well, that's okay. That's not negative. You don't have to like. I don't really like metal, to be honest.
Like our show, so
it's a fair trade. Steve says he's been hooked. Well, great, thank you, Steve. Everyone is welcome here. Wear a mask. Wow. Don't wear a mask. And I mean, there's few people, but you don't have to. That stream you did of Johnny playing in Vegas was awesome. Johnny plays incredible. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but yes. Okay. I sure hope we can see Steven in Minneapolis soon. I tell you what, I've seen Steven in a Minneapolis airport like 10 times this year already.
Yeah.
Minneapolis is a good airport. That is, Johnny and I rode the cart. We took the tour of the Minneapolis airport. That's coming up on a future tour diary. Johnny and I riding the court. Johnny did not like the spectacle, like his glasses, that we made in the airport.
Well, I kept getting dirty looks from people, and I could just read it on their face. And what it was saying is, what's wrong with your legs? Are your legs broken? Why are you special? Why are you in the back of that? That's what they're thinking. So I just was telling them, don't judge me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's people get judgmental when you're carted through the airport. Okay, we got a lot of people watching, just around 100. A real influencer or blogger would promote this months in advance. I just decide after lunch, you know what? Let's do a show. And so that's how this goes. So just wrap it up on the tour diary, because we got a lot of other things to get to. People asking questions about why we're not in California. We'll get to that. And then people asking about upcoming guests. We'll get to that. And then whatever, and then dealer's choice, whatever you guys want to talk about. Anyway.
So I just got an email right now from Mark Sanchez.
Okay.
Who sent me proof that he bought this CD.
Yeah.
And it says he bought it from someone named Casey Weitzman. So maybe she bought it and she's reselling it or something. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, so Mark, maybe you bought it from someone who had one available, but it's not directly from Johnny. The only way
he said he ordered it off my website. That's crazy.
Well, Mark, tell him the email address that you used to pay, and we might have to figure it out. Did you get the CD? Did Casey send you your CD?
I mean, she did, yeah, but I'm wondering why. Is that coming from somewhere else? Is it coming from CD Baby?
I don't know. Well, Mark's going to have to invent. It sounds like we have a mystery on our hands, gang. Let's see here. Leo says every layover is in Minneapolis. Not true. You can watch me and Johnny stuck in Detroit because we go there pretty often too. I'll tell you what airport sucks, Johnny.
What?
Which airport sucks?
Oh, Midway.
Midway. There's nothing ever open, and it just sucks.
It's the worst. It's not like it used to be. When we were talking about it before, I said O'Hare, but I meant to say Midway. It's such an afterthought. I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah.
I'm clicking on one of my things, and I'm seeing when you buy something, where does it go? So I'm looking at my.
If everyone watching right now goes and buys a CD, we can see where their money goes and find out if Casey strikes out at the plate or if you will receive it. This could be an interesting.
It says click on this PayPal, and I do, and it's not even working.
Michael Perez is afraid that you've been bootlegged, like by rerun,
by a pirate.
Yeah, like a pirate. Yeah,
that's cool. Oh yeah, that's what happened. Probably someone bought it, and then they're reselling it, right?
Which is fair. If you buy it, you do whatever you want with it. In fact, if you want to buy 10 of them right now and have Johnny sign them and put them on eBay, go ahead and do it.
None of these links are working, so I don't understand where it's going. And why aren't they working? That's another thing. And I'll fix it later. I'll fix it when we get off of this. I'll do it.
Yeah, Johnny is going to reach out to you and help you.
I messaged back. I told him I wasn't. I saw it was strange. I have to look into it.
Jason, as a musician yourself, I like to consider myself an influencer, not quite a musician, but okay. Did you create the music into the tour diaries? I did not compose the music. I did choose what went in and how long and edit it. In the next tour diary, I will tell you a little great tidbit. The music, the majority of it, was composed by a man named Mark Mothersbaugh. Do you know who that is, Johnny?
No.
You really don't?
Who is it?
Mark Mothersbaugh.
No, I don't know what that is.
So Mark Mothersbaugh is a very famous composer. He composes most of the music on Nickelodeon shows. All those cartoons are from his mind, but he's probably best known for the band Devo. Mark Mothersbaugh is the front man of Devo. Anyway, a lot of his music will appear royalty-free in the upcoming tour diary. So tour diary, you guys seem to be enjoying it. I'm going to do my best to put one out every Monday. Originally, it was going to be once a month. It was going to be every other week, but people are enjoying it, and we have more. The next one is in Hollywood at the Whiskey, and it is, like I said, the first appearance of Johnny. After that, there's a really fun one, a longer one, Pittsburgh and Connecticut, and you will see how Johnny got hired and the whole process behind the scenes of M3. And so let me just get to this question. Jason, at least 80% of audience are not assholes, but it's enjoyable when you point them out. Well, thank you. Yes, I think it's more.
Well,
I think it's even higher. I think it's 90, right? 95% of the people aren't.
Yeah, it's getting unbearable. Like, I can't even go to Hobby Lobby without there being an incident. Actually, I went there today, though. It was fine. But most places, I really got to, like, bring it down when I go into these places, because if I'm expecting, like, normality, you're going to be disappointed. You're going to get into an argument.
Yeah. Yeah. And did you find what you wanted at Hobby Lobby?
No. I know
that you're building a companion or something.
I'm building a new pedal board because I'm trying to scale everything down so we can go on these planes.
That's what we call it. Okay.
And it needs to be smaller even than what I had and more. So I have a new pedal board. I got new stuff. I need to put it on a piece of plywood. You wouldn't think it'd be hard to find a 13 by 13 square of plywood.
Right.
It's like I'm looking for plutonium.
Yeah. You probably have an easier time finding the plutonium. If you've ever seen the movie Back to the Future, there's a mall and you just apparently go to the parking lot and you will get it. I'm glad everyone's watching. Anyway, so those are the future tour diaries. Check out on Mondays. You'll see them. A lot of fun stuff. And, sometimes Stephen doesn't want me to film things. And so sometimes you'll see stuff and sometimes you won't. But I think as it goes on, you'll get to see a lot of the fun things that have happened. And, people say to me, some people think it looks boring being on the road. And then some people want to know, where's all the filthy groupies or whatever.
Groupies.
Every city is different, and every city brings something different. So as you continue to watch, you will see different shows. Why Johnny and I aren't in California right now, I'm getting a ton of questions. So it's nothing to do with us. It's nothing to do with Stephen. The venues needed to postpone the shows. I believe they will be made up in March. It's not really up to me to give away too much. I'm just saying what I've been told. So these upcoming shows have been postponed, and I believe they will be rescheduled for March. A guy asking about your glasses, Johnny, and it's worth mentioning because they are great.
I'm still not used to them. They keep sliding down. They're a little small for me, but Spectacle Eyewear. His name is Paul. They're in Boston. Great guy. Really good company.
Hey Paul, if you're watching, I need some like a darker version of these, and And yeah, and I know I'm a New Yorker, and usually New Yorkers and Boston folk don't get along, but I think we should make an example because yeah, and I need some glasses. All right, let's see here. Someone suggesting you go to Lowe's and Home Depot for the 2x2, but he's done that.
Both of those, they only come in extremely large pieces, which is fine. I could have them cut it, but I mean, I only need like a square. I'm not going to buy a whole sheet. And then I asked him if they had a remnants box, like, and the guy looked at me like he didn't understand what I meant, which is unbelievable.
Sounds like something Dexter would have.
Well, I went to a craft store because they had them, and they did have a square that was close, but they cut those kind of like not exact. So one was smaller than the other, and I need all of it to fit this thing. It's barely going to fit on there. So I'm back to like not having any wood.
Well, they have this little blue pill, and next thing you know, you have plenty of wood. Jim is saying, Jim's like one of those guys that you see in Goodfellas. You know what I mean? Like Jimmy 2 times or whatever. Everything he says twice. I thoroughly enjoyed your tour diary, sharing experience at the Museum Aquarium. Looking forward to the next tour diary. When will it be released? Thanks, Jason. Well, I believe it'll be out this Monday. Stay tuned. 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The whole point is seeing the things that I do when I'm not working, and it's a travel vlog because that's the big thing now with the kids, travel vlogs. I will tell you that coming up, a lovely fan takes me to Niagara Falls, the famous location from Superman 2. That's what I took of it. I'm told it's one of the 8 wonders of the world, that and Andre the Giant. But so I go to a lot of places, and as you'll see in the future, Johnny will now join me at a lot of them. Johnny and I ride a ski lift through Milwaukee. We were, I don't want to say too much, you should watch it, but you can imagine our responses on this thing. And Jerry Montano and I went to 2 carnivals, and we were also, well, they opened the carnival early for us, and they said they had to make sure that the rides had been inspected. I'm not sure they were. And just us and the carnies, and you will get to see that to it and much more. And I appreciate all of the nice words. Let's see. A lot of talk about 2x2s and woods and cabinet shops and scraps.
No, I need 13 by 13 1/8 inch. That's all I need. Just a square that's not too thick, that doesn't bend too much.
I think thick is better than length. I mean, at least that's what I've been told. Frankie Wilsey, did he quit? I'm a huge Monaco fan. I'm thrilled he joined the band. So the story on Frankie is that Frankie appears in the first episode a lot. I think that might be the only one he's in. But Frankie, who was in a band called the Sea Hags, and he was also in Arcade with Steven for many years, he has a band called Aerosmith, and I believe he is one of the owners of the band. They make good money. It's an Aerosmith cover band. As you can tell, he looks a bit like Joe Perry. I'll tell you a funny story. It's in the tour diary. We're in a city, and him and Coogan and Jerry, they missed their flight. It was canceled. And they arrived late, and they wanted to have a beer. But they didn't realize the venue wanted them to pay for the beer. So the woman tells me, look, we got to charge these guys. And I go, well, who ordered? And she said, Steven Tyler over there. And I said, well, first of all, that's Joe Perry. Anyway, Frankie has a kind of cush life with, he's just got off some cruise, and he plays Grease, and he plays corporate casinos. And I think, as you see, a lot of the fly dates add up. And I think he wanted to put his time into Aerosmith. He told me he will be on the show to talk about Sea Hags and Arcade. I hope that happens. He's a great guy, but he's putting his time into that. And Johnny was in the right time at the right place, and he's been great. And I think Steven likes him as well, even though I had to show Steven a video of Johnny without his face in it. Now he loves you.
He knows I'm sort of around. I don't think is that guy in the band. Bring him over here.
I'm going to tell a story about that. Cincinnati Collector Jay reminds us that plutonium is available at the Twin Pines Mall. I was trying to remember that, Twin Pines Mall. I will be visiting some locations from the movie Back to the Future, including the Burger King that Michael J. Fox skateboards out in an upcoming tour diary. So you'll see all that. Stephen Piercy accidentally blocked Johnny's phone number from his phone, and he didn't believe it until Christy, the lovely Christy, looked at his phone because I said, I think it's blocked. And sure enough, he accidentally blocked Johnny.
Happens.
Carla Green is very interested in your remnants. You got to ask for scrap, not remnants. You got to go to Home Depot or Lowe's.
I said both words just in case he wasn't familiar with that term. So I said, and then I even explained what each one was. You know, like if someone cuts a big piece and they throw the rest in a thing and they resell it, little pieces, scraps. It's like walking as we're talking in a real fast pace. Totally, like eyes were all black, like, you know, EDM. Walking, talking. He's like, no, the only thing we have on sale is going to be right here. If you want to come over here.
I don't know if you could say black. Maybe African American is more
pointing at these huge 2x4s that you would use to build, you know, a fort in the backyard, a tree house, a garage.
That sounds great.
And I go, no, I like this little piece, this 1/8 thing, this little plywood. I don't need this. Yeah, that's all we have. Mark Sanchez just PayPal'd me $25.
Well, Mark Sanchez is going to get a signed CD.
He already paid to get it. You know, he paid whoever Catherine, whatever this person is.
Let me solve this. Johnny, give Mark a little something extra. Give him a little sign a picture.
Well, I have to now.
Yeah, but that's all right. So and did he specify which CD he wanted? I hope he didn't order She Said She Found Her Soulmate. He could be waiting a while.
He ordered Overrated, and he bought it, and from somebody, he said he just paid for it. But now I have to ask him, but what about...
Well, you can probably send a self-addressed stamp envelope to Johnny or something. He'll sign Overrated too. Or Mark, come to one of our shows, and Johnny will sign that for you.
All right. But what about the money you sent to the other one?
He loves this talking text. He does this all the time. And then Johnny's in traffic and he gets mad. And he goes, "You motherfucker!" And then it comes out in his talking text. I've seen it.
Fresno. That's the home of Russ Parrish.
Hmm.
They have a statue of him there. It's gold. Well, it's more of a bronze, but it should be gold. And he's holding a guitar.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, well, I want the CD." But yeah, but what about
but he wants a signed CD, Johnny, so he's ordering one from you. He'll have two.
Okay, I'm on it. I'll send it to you. Period. ...
While Johnny we're dealing this, I'm going to sign this haircut pop for somebody. Somebody should drop some money for charity, and then they can own this. And I'm going to sign it here so that you know it's authentic. There's not some woman in Fresno assigning my...
I'd like to know where that other payment went.
I'm going to put this down so I can do this. Not easy. Johnny, you ever sign a Funko Pop?
I've not. Okay, I'm going to send this guy the CD.
Here is a Waste Some Time with Jason Green Funko Pop.
Cool.
Feature. You got to use this is called a Deco pen, by the way, if you're watching. If you're signing plastic or Funko Pops, you want to use this Deco color. Anyway, somebody's going to get this. And Johnny will sign it too if you really want it. I think. I can't speak for him. But Sean is asking which pop it is. This is the Funko Hollywood Jason Green. I got a microphone. It's rare. Johnny Monaco haircut version. The regular one has my long, lustrous locks. I don't know where the fuck those are right now. But anyway, I want somebody to get this, and we'll give it to a nice charity. And if you want, I'll write something else on the little side panel, a little something. So anyway, this is here. And I thank you all for, I'm going to put it right behind me. And, okay, let's see what else we got. Johnny, talking text is something old people do. I didn't know that.
Well, you know what? Here, first of all, my thumbs have been sore lately.
Mm-hmm.
First, it was this one. I don't know why, but then that got better. Then this one started hurting, and because I got my computer back, which is still not even fixed. And I have to do these moves where you got to hold two buttons down. And for some reason, I think just doing it over and over, all of a sudden my thumb started hurting. So
Are you in like some kind of underground thumb wrestling fight club?
It's just easier to do that. I mean, I don't know. I'll text sometimes with my actual fingers.
Johnny, what about a vault of unreleased material like Vinnie Vincent?
I have that.
Can people come and buy that?
I have a lot of them. I have like a couple hundred songs. They're all pretty good too. The quality isn't the best on those because it was a long time ago. It's like 4 tracks and 8 tracks and stuff like that. But the songs are there. It sounds like the instruments are, there's not as good as it is now. But
looking at crap, thank you very much. And at the end of the day, whoever gave the most, we'll get him this damn pop. But money's going to charity, so give until it hurts. And you can choose. It's between the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, the St. Baldrick's Foundation, which is for helping children with cancer. I've shaved my head 3 times, maybe 4 times, and I've hosted events and raised a lot of money. Or Toys for Tots, which is run by the U.S. Marine Corps, and they will get toys to children this Christmas. So you can choose. Wheel of Names. Jason, did you already send out the Wheel of Names? I think mine got lost. But nothing is lost in the mail. There's a woman in Fresno who has been imitating me. No, some of the stuff is still coming. So you hang tight, making sure everybody gets everything. And I have a little bit of a stack of CDs next to me here that come out. You'll get it. We're throwing in bonus items for everybody for waiting. And then again, the stuff from Golden Robot Records is going to come from Australia. So you have to be just a little patient. Dave Balls, thank you for your super sticker. Much appreciated. Let's give that to a good cause as well. And like I said, you guys choose. And K-Bear for the kids. So I think, well, they're all charities for children. So you choose. I only like animals and children. I'm not talking about in adult movies. I'm talking about, for giving money in charity. So let's help some people. Actually, my Wheel of Names hasn't arrived yet. So yeah, it will come. Relax. If you build it, they will come. Or if you stroke it, either way. But it'll be there soon. So hang tight. Like I said, a lot of this shit's coming from Australia, and I have to pack a lot of these things myself. My staff is not here right now. So anyway, postponed shows this week. We'll be in Ohio on July 15th. And on July 30th, we will be in Kentucky, not Henderson, Nevada, Kentucky. And that's a fun bill. It's the Bullet Boy, Kicks. Who am I forgetting? Do you have any idea? I love Kicks, by the way. Great band. Somebody good. Oh, Quiet Riot, I think. I think Quiet Riot. I think that's who it is. With Jizzy Pearl, Rudy Sarzo, Johnny Kelly, who played on my record, and Alex Grassi. So Quiet Riot.
Yeah.
The Bullet Boy.
Yeah.
And Bullet Boy has a new song out. It's called Fuck Groove, I think.
That's not right.
Sounds like it's going to get a lot of MTV and radio play with that title. Okay, so let's see here.
Eric said he would send me a piece of wood.
Well, Eric is also waiting on some stuff, so I got to get in touch with him. We will do
6 months. Oh, my Lord. Mine
That's
is looking forward to it. All right, well, that's nice that he bought that. Got to get him out there.
Well, he won, but he needs to get it. I don't know why he doesn't have it, but he will. Just one Bullet Boy. Correct, Susie. Just one. Johnny's song Girls is excellent. Enough's Enough should have done it. You have a song called Girls?
It's Girls Like You, right?
Girls Like You. Jay, Cincinnati Collector makes a very good point. Hit the like button. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let's see here. Are you fans of Star Wars? Angel would like to know. Johnny, start with you. Are you a fan of Star Wars?
Well, I mean, I am, but as an adult, I'm not really, really too into it anymore. But loves Star Wars. Who doesn't like Star Wars?
I am a fan of Star Wars, and I follow it. I just finished watching Obi-Wan Kenobi, 6-part series on Disney Plus. It was great, really good. I also watched the Mandalorian. That was really good. I'm up on my stuff. I believe that the Disney Plus Star Wars TV stuff is great, better than those movies that have been coming out. So yes, I love a good Star Wars. And if anyone didn't get anything, then just message me, and and we'll figure out what you need, and we'll get it to you. Show your Waste Some Time with Jason Green Drumhead. It is in the other room. I just saw it a little while ago, so I will show that later. Anyway, so Michael Perez, thank you for turning me on to Whatnot. Great, spent a ton of money on Star Wars figures. Yeah, Whatnot gets addicting, but if you guys want to check out a really cool place to buy things in live auctions, go to Whatnot. The link is in this description. They'll give you $10 off for using my code, and you'll find all kinds of. That's the history. eBay is going to rip that site off. That's the history of bidding now. Everyone's going to want to do this. I love Kenobi to know. I don't get why there's bad reviews. People like to complain. The world is filled of negative assholes. I thought it was really good. Anyway, message me on Instagram if you didn't get an item from your whatever the fuck it's from. Just Instagram. That is the only thing I'm going to read. I don't. Johnny is really nice to everyone. He reads every single message. Johnny has some stalkers though. I do not, because I don't really have time to sit and chat. This is our chatting. We're here. What else do you need from me? People watch this show and then they like to say like, "Hey." I usually won't respond to "Hey."
Well, I don't normally respond to "Hey" either.
You do more than I do.
I mean, I don't. Sometimes I will. It depends. I mean, "Hey," I think that's fake, right? Someone doesn't just do that. That's like a bot, right?
If you're going to send a "Hey" and you want to reply, you're going to have to include nudes. Now, Johnny receives nudes. I mean, I don't know if we can talk about it because it might be under investigation. But you, Johnny, I see some of the messages you get, and they're a little strange.
Yeah, it's that one person.
Person is the best way to describe it. Can we talk about it or no?
I don't want to offend anybody.
Right.
Everyone's doing what they're doing now and changing this and transing that, and if they're happy about it and proud about it, that's fine. It's just I don't really care. I'm tired.
Johnny has people who are attracted to him and sometimes send pictures and videos that may be offensive to some viewers. But Johnny seems to be okay with it.
Not okay with it. And if it continues, I will have to be forced to block the people, which I got no problem doing. I just like to always keep all my options open.
I think that people are attracted to someone who is sort of a curmudgeon like yourself.
It's called me that.
I think that there's something about your anger and hate towards the world, whatever, that people are attracted to it, but people feel very comfortable with you, Johnny. They like to send you messages and sometimes videos that, I'll be honest, are a little bit alarming,
disturbing, more than that.
But people love you. Let's see.
I don't know if that's true.
Thank you, Ronnie. Much appreciated. Johnny is nice, but he's a badass, as was he's a badass on stage. He can jam when Piercy sings. Yeah, I agree. I like this. No one's going to get this, but I like it. Just dropping by with a quick fact. Danielle Harris. And Danielle Harris, for those of you watching, was in a movie called Halloween 4 and 5. She grew up to be quite hot. Anyway, her plastic cosmetic surgeon happens to be Kevin DuBro's brother, Tony DuBro, whom she recently thanked on her social media page. So interesting little bit of rock trivia. Mm-hmm. I see her at these convention things that I've had people appear at. All right, let's see. Johnny, favorite Rat songs to play?
Oh, they're all pretty fun. I mean, I like playing Back for More, Wanted Man. Um, they're all good. The whole set that he's got together now is really good.
There's a video of Johnny playing You Think You're Tough. He plays a great solo. I sent it to Johnny. He didn't watch it, but I recommend you folks watch it. Some good old-fashioned shredding. The king would be proud. Stephen Piercy should consider his own Funko Pop. I think he should. We've been talking about it. There are some Funko Pops coming out now that are similar, like Dee Snider. Let's see here. As you know, I try to skip through. What is this whole thing about crab legs, Johnny? Everyone is going crazy talking about crab legs. I've been trying to ignore it, but they can't. They can't stop.
Because we went to the Cosmopolitan today.
Did you post a picture? Is that what it was?
No, I called myself that in our titles.
Oh, I see. If I take this off, it's going to say crab leg. Is that? Oh yeah, there it is, Johnny Crab Leg. Yeah.
So we went to the. Jason was nice enough to take me to the Cosmopolitan, where the parking is always fun, and we went to a buffet, all you can eat. So see how you slip down.
What was the name of that place?
It's called Phil Spoon. What was it? Spoon? Something Spoon. The Wicked Spoon.
Is Spoon?
The Wicked Spoon.
Oh, Wicked Spoon. For those of you who might not know why we're joking about a place called the Wicked Spoon, many years back, Phil Lewis, the singer for Ella Guns, Philip Lewis, I think that's what she goes by now, used to ejaculate into spoons and let people photograph it, and then it was all over the internet. He has very old balls and a very unattractive penis, and he's, at his age, putting sawdust essentially into a spoon, and this is all. It was all over caused quite the scandal amongst the people who like Phil Lewis, which is like 3 or 4. But anyway, so when we went to this place called the Wicked Spoon tonight, Johnny and I had a good laugh thinking about old man Phil, who used to enjoy putting his baby batter into a spoon. Paul Shortino says real men use bowls. That is very true. Michelle says, oh my God, that is so nasty. It is nasty, and I don't know why anyone would do that, especially when you have... I'm Johnny, I don't know how your balls are, but mine are fabulous. They have not gotten old and saggy. You know what I mean? Like, my balls are not by my knees. But when you're old, I mean, listen, Phil Lewis is probably, give or take, 79, 80 years of age. His balls are, you know what I mean. Let's see here. Yeah, Phil Lewis needs to go play the spoons with Andy Dick. What a strange man, isn't he? Or woman? What, I don't know. Johnny should post his sawdust. Johnny, have you ever considered posting your sawdust?
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh,
Your show's gone out the window.
You know who that is right there? That's
I do. That's the president of the Ricky Rocket fan club.
And birthday girl.
Happy birthday, Mickey.
That's my girlfriend, Mickey, right there. She's
So you admit that that's your girlfriend?
Oh yes, it's her birthday today, and here I am.
17 years old, right?
That's not true.
Okay.
She looks very young for her age. She's still young. I, on the other hand, I don't like how I look.
I think you look fabulous, but a lot of people upset that Phil Lewis ejaculates in spoons. I did not create it. I'm just pointing it out. The pictures are out there if you like to see them. Phil Lewis likes to criticize people. He likes to insult people. You shouldn't insult people unless you have a squeaky clean image and a beautiful, body like I don't know, a sexy man like Brad Pitt. Who knows? But when you're an old fuck and your balls are shriveled up and your pubes are white and you're ejaculating spoons and you have breasts and you wear a shirt and you have a bodybuilding mustache, but you look like someone poked the air out of you. You probably shouldn't be so judgmental. I always say I'm going to stop bad mouthing him, but he makes it so easy because he sucks. Let's see here. Johnny, you're a rocking mix between the Ramones and Jeff Beck.
Oh, God.
You don't like Jeff Beck?
No, I mean, I think both of them are great, but I don't know if that's a good look. Is that cool? I mean, some people maybe fine. I mean, it's fine.
Listen, I get Joey Ramone and Howard Stern. Although, when we were in one of these cities that we were in with Slaughter, maybe it was Michigan, and Mark Slaughter, Stephen Piercy, I went with them to do an interview at 8:10 in the morning. Anyway, cameraman was staring at me, and he goes, "Are you who I think you are?" And I knew he wasn't looking at me like I was the YouTube guy. I knew who he was going to say, and it is an actor named Paul Dano. And I get this constantly. He's the Riddler in the new Batman. He's fat in that. Don't compare. But we have a similar profile. But I get this all the time, and it's an honor because Paul Dano was much, much younger than me. He's also a terrific actor. Anyway, and I'll take that over these other people. Chris, as you know, he's a Phil Lewis nut swinger. You know what I mean? He swings on his old shriveled nuts, and Chris would probably accept his spoon. He says that Phil's 5'11". That is a few inches off. He also says that he's 46 years of age. He was 46 years of age 30 years ago. That's a lie. Both lies, Chris. Get your facts together. Get your facts together. I've seen his birth certificate. It's on parchment paper. You know what I'm saying? 46 years old, please. Anyway, happy birthday, Mickey, if you're still watching. I know this is offensive humor, and it's very difficult.
She's okay with that.
Okay.
I'm very offensive.
Phil has Dave Ellefson's envy. Let's be honest here. To only reach those lofty heights. Dave Ellefson got a lot more credit for it. When I saw, Johnny, did you watch any of the Dave Ellefson videos?
What you mean the stuff that was up on Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh, I seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
scarred.
I want to say before you tell me what you thought, I like David Ellefson. I have no problem with him.
I like him. He's very nice.
Yeah, he's been on the show. I also think he didn't do anything wrong. The woman was 18 years of age. Now, let me be careful what I'm saying. Did he do something wrong? Yes, he's a married man. He was also a pastor of sorts. So that's the issue with him and the big guy, whatever, and his wife. But a lot of men go on the road and have affairs. He did his over the phone with a woman in another country. I don't know. Maybe his wife is okay with it. All of these things, I don't know. But when I saw the video of him, and it's embarrassing, and this should be illegal. The man, Phil Lewis allowed this. But Dave Ellefson, after he finishes, he scurries off. Listen, being a man is disgusting. I don't know how you women do it. And I don't know how gay men do it either. He's got his T-shirt up a little bit, and then he scurries off to the bathroom with his shorts around his ankles, to clean up. He does the clean. he does the cleanup walk of shame.
Oh, come on!
Well, it's true. If you watch
you flooding back.
Johnny, did you see it?
Yeah, I saw Shooting Ropes Part 2.
And
tornadoes have come.
All I thought about when I saw it, I listen. I'm a straight man as far as I know. If I'm not, I just haven't met the right fella yet. But when I saw that video, I thought to myself, I have got to do some fucking sit-ups. You know, if you're gonna be out there in the limelight, flashing all your goods, holy shit, and work on the tan lines a little bit. But again, it scares me.
Yeah, that's but you see, things go by so quickly that you almost forgot about it. You could do anything, and like 3 weeks later, nobody remembers.
I agree with you too. That Phil story, most people don't. If I didn't bring it up, no one remembers that.
No one remembers anything. I mean, you'd think they would, right? You would think of something big like that, you'd be like embarrassed or whatever, but yeah, it smooths over. Maybe I should do something big.
Chris is an idiot. Phil is really tall. I met him a couple of times. That's like saying Johnny is really tall.
Let's come on now. This is how I was made.
Only as God made me.
That's right.
Here's my domestic partner, by the way. She's laughing at people talking about age. My domestic partner, Michelle, was teaching me Gen Z language earlier, Johnny. Do you know? Do you speak Gen Z?
It's a whole thing. I understand some of the words.
Do you know what yeet means? You know this one?
Yes, but me and you never need to speak like that because when we do, it sounds ridiculous.
It sounds ridiculous when anyone does it, but
when they do it, it just sounds like that's like we're overhearing some people from another country or another planet, and they're talking they're speaking in their tribal
like a Tuscan Raider,
or tribal tongue. But when we say it, it sounds like we heard them say it, and now we're going to say yeet.
No, we can't. We're too old to say that. Even though we're both half of Phil Lewis's age, we cannot talk like that. I've also heard that skeet is out.
Oh, everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm. No, but skeet and yeet go together, I feel like, but whatever. I don't know. Do you know this thing where the kids text all of the characters on the bottom line of the phone?
No, like I said, I usually use voice to text.
And, you couldn't do it like that.
No, can't do it like that.
I'm not sure what the bottom line thing. It's supposed to be like an oh my God kind of thing. They text every character on the bottom line of the phone, and then you get it, and it looks like alphabet soup.
Yeah, they are crazy. These new kids. I'll tell you, they're. Remember not too long ago when they used to huff paint.
Yes, they used to have to lock it up. I grew up in New York where they'd spray paint on the subways. You had to lock the spray paint up, not because of the subway, because of the huffers.
Now, those teenagers were making sense.
I dated a girl when I was in like high school, and her ex-boyfriend died from huffing butane. He put a bag over his head with lighters, and I would laugh. I'm such a jerk, but I think, what an idiot. Anyway. It's the middle line. Michelle's pointing out it's the middle line that the kids text. But she gave me some other lingo. I don't remember it all because...
now, look, she threw you a bone by calling you babe, because that's more of like a 70s term, isn't it?
That's because I've thrown her a few bones.
She's trying to show you I'm sticking up for my man. I'm giving him, my Chevy van, and that's all right with me.
Well, that could be. Monaco is a legend. I agree.
Jason Babe Green. I'm gonna start calling you babe.
Well, that's fine. I got you, babe. But Chris is an idiot. He spells my name wrong. He doesn't know where I am.
What are you gonna call me? What's my name?
Oh, like a pet name?
That's kind of weird.
Thank you to Reno Rocker 64. We're keeping tabs on everybody so we can give some money to a good cause tonight. And by the way, one of the highest rated shows we've done is the Christmas special. And this year we will do it. And all of the money is going to Toys for Tots. And we're going to do it a little early so that we can get it to the kids in time. Me and Johnny were at the Wicked Spoon buffet today. And there's all these ungrateful, disgusting children. And their parents are such assholes.
They are. There's no business they should be in that dessert line.
They sat me and Johnny right in front of the ice cream stand, like we were the fucking reviewing committee.
And we had to watch like the most busy part in that whole thing was in front of the ice cream and the crab legs, which I still feel I could have ate a little more, but I was full at the time, but it was fleeting. It was fleeting.
Johnny, Mickey would like to know that your nickname is Puppy Butt.
All right. That could easily be rectified in 5 minutes with my clippers. So
I'm not sure.
And she knows it.
I'm not sure I understand.
We have the same size butt. That's why she's likes to promote it. Our butts are really close, similar size. Both are hairy.
It's getting too personal. But these kids, it's not their fault. They're children. They don't know any fucking better. I did. I was a very well-behaved child. I was also scared my father would throw me, put me in a car and drive me into a lake. My father, everyone used to say, "You're such a well-behaved child," and I'd say, because my father told me to keep my trap shut. I was fearful of my father. I'm sure, Johnny, you must have been. Your father was a strong Italian guy, right? From Chicago.
He wasn't really like that. He was very, pretty even. Didn't really get on me like that.
No.
Now my mom, she's hit me several times with the wooden spoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Your mom has been on the show too.
We are more alike, me and my mom. She's hit me. I can hear the sound of that wood spoon, and you go to block it and hit you in the knuckles, like, try to get it in there and eventually crack right in the head. Like somehow that's not going to do any damage. Let me hit him in the head with a wooden spoon.
But you and I don't know. I didn't know
ago, but still.
I'm sure. But she's a good mom. But yeah, you guys didn't. I'm sure you were a well-behaved child. I don't picture you climbing over the buffet to stick your hands in the ice cream. I don't think you'd have done that.
That's the thing. If you raise the kids right, I know they say kids are kids. They grow up. We try. That I don't know how much of that is real. I don't have any children, but I see them and I see enough of them. And when I went to Europe, they had them on harnesses. Mm-hmm. And they had those little shitheads with the harness on them. And if they started, swatting, they'd pull them back. Mm-hmm. I want. And then they turn them and they look at them and go, Timmy.
Jason Green has no E in it. It's like the color. I'm not sure I am a god. I'm the god, but I possibly could be a god. And I am in the bloodline to your god. So I do have that direct relation. But so anyway, this is an expensive buffet too, though. I don't want you to think that we were at like the Cousin Eddie one. Good thing you came on Italian. We only need one plate. This was an expensive place. A family of 4 was going to drop over $200, but yet little fuckers are climbing all over.
Sneezing, touching shit, and the parents can only just stare, drooling at the dessert, this okay dessert that they're getting. 4 people in front of them with their dress and their bra strap, and they're just standing there with their plate and they're waiting. The kids running around. It's a nightmare eating with other people. I don't know how much more I could take of just the people in general. It's getting to that point.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And most buffets in Vegas haven't opened with the pandemic and things. There's one thing that I learned today, that Roe versus Wade should never have been overturned. In fact, some of the children we saw today might not be past the term limit for abortion.
The parents too, they're kind of like, the kid's like, mommy, mommy, mommy. He's like, dang, mommy, mommy, mommy. And I look over. If everyone else is hearing that, it's like, do something, talk to it,
That's right.
Acknowledge it. Don't just let the thing run in circles. Mommy, 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 kicking something. You look over at them and they look at you like, what?
You got to talk to kids like adults, right? If you got a kid who's making a lot of noise or creating a scene, you got to go, listen, you little fucker, just shut up. Or that's it. Or you never leave the house again. I'll chain you to the radiator, or
at least pull them over and get right up in their grill. I've seen them do it. They're like, Steven, this is not the way we act. Okay, this is not the way we act. Okay. This is not how we act in Target. Okay. Mm-hmm. Take your fingers out of your underwear and walk out with us.
Parenting 101 from Johnny Monaco, and I couldn't agree more. Or you just say, listen, no one will ever find you, you little fuck. You see those crabs on that ice? You'll be on that ice next. No,
you can't do that anymore.
I grew up in New York. Very different.
That's how they used to be able to do it, and
it worked on me. I'm a model citizen.
Well, I know that now they have to be very diplomatic, and they have to, discuss it with the kid. Like, let's talk about this. Can we talk about this?
what happened over there in the dressing room.
That's how they have to do it now. And I've seen some kids look at them and they grow up to be an older Damien Thorne, which is fine. And that's how they start. First they're stealing from the dressing room, and then next thing you know, they're running a Fortune 500 company. So that's how it happens. That quick.
You could also just go, listen, you little fuck. All right, I am gonna just fucking drive you. I'm gonna put you in the fucking car, and I'm gonna back it up into a fucking river, and no one will ever find you again. So just shut the fuck up. And it usually works.
You can't. You'd have to tell them you're taking away their game, their phone.
That's why I like to shoot my load on bellies.
You will.
You know what I mean? Because I don't want to. I don't want to take the chance. I don't want to take the chance of bringing a child into this world if I can't talk to them in a strong and serious manner. Grace likes your glasses, courtesy of Spectacle glasses. Make a spectacle of yourself. Make a spectacle of yourself with Spectacle glasses. I have Walmart glasses. I'm not as popular as Johnny, so Spectacle hook up.
Yeah, Paul is our guy at Spectacle Eyewear, and he's fantastic. And these are slipping though for me. I don't know how these are. They keep doing this. But
Belly's not spoons. Well said.
Maybe it could be adjusted or something. But I just the kids and the parents are just as bad, and they're just like they're walking really like no urgency, and the kids freaking out, and they're just no socks on and sandals, and just flirting their way up to the part where they get the food and.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree with you more. The question, me and Johnny may differ. Is it gravy or sauce? We're not talking about. We're talking about Italian food. I call it sauce. Johnny?
Yeah, I do too. I mean, people like the older folks back, they used to call it gravy. So then some of the young people will think they're keeping it real, let's call it gravy. But when I think of gravy, there's a turkey involved and some mashed potatoes and cranberries and buttholes.
Sometimes I think for safety, you just put your gravy all over a chick's ass. You know what I mean? Like,
no, not that. I would think of batter.
Baby batter, you mean?
Yeah. But yeah, sauce. I would say sauce. I know that may not be the real Italian way to do it.
Sauce. So I grew up in New York City. Sauce. Yeah, and Johnny from Chicago, from an Italian family. Sauce. What city tends to be the best rock audience? That's a good question for Johnny. I never think that you can really tell a city. I think that's unfair.
Yeah. I mean, the Midwest probably, right?
Well, the type of music that bands that we tour with, like Stephen Pearcy, the Midwest is incredible. They really love hard rock and heavy metal. So
yeah.
Johnny stole my ice cream at the Spoon Buffet. Johnny, tell us about what you had. Gelato. You didn't have ice cream. Tell us about it.
Strawberry and raspberry, and there was creme brulee. Mm-hmm. I tried all three, and then right when we sat down, how long was that line?
It went crazy. We wouldn't have got on it. We wouldn't have had any.
And I'm looking at them, and they're salivating, and they're very nervous, and they're waiting to get their gelato. And their kids are a little overweight. I mean, when you're a child like that, you shouldn't be overweight. It's bad enough when you're an adult. It's hard.
It's abuse. It's abuse for these parents to let their kids become like that.
I agree. And it's like, and it kind of like, you can say like, oh, what do you know? You're looking down on me, or what, it's hard to do this and you don't know anything. But I know that it's got to be obvious to them what's happening. It's them all over again, and they're fat.
Maybe it's a safety measure to keep their kids from being kidnapped. Maybe they figure if we just raise real fat, ugly fuckers who are badly behaved, nobody will abduct them.
Well, I don't think they're thinking that far ahead. I think they're trying to, like, they're thinking they did everything they can, and I don't know. I mean, it's hard having kids. It's like a job, without benefits. But it's like you just got to really. It's your life now. You got to do whatever it takes to not have that happen. It's very important.
The Cosmopolitan is an interesting place. It's kind of hip or whatever. But so they have this pool going on during the day pool. They have two of them. They have a regular pool for the regular folk, and then they have this like DJ thing where chicks are in thongs and everybody's plastic.
I didn't see these pools.
Yeah, and then you have the buffet with these people. There's a lot going on in Las Vegas, but it's nice to get out and pretend to be part of the social scene. Grace Lynn is saying she's a fan of the smoothie diet. Grace, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, yeah, it's pretty safe. What?
Really dirty.
I'm
really.
just talking to Grace.
It was my girlfriend's birthday today.
Yeah, it's Mickey's birthday. She's in the chat. I don't know where she is right now, but
birthday.
What is Mickey doing for her birthday?
She's having her turtle fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Turtle broke its has a little tumor in one of its claws, hoofs.
Hands. She loves to save animals. She is into rescuing animals. She has 300 domestic and not so domestic animals or something, give or take.
There's a lot of animals involved. And yeah, she's helping the animals out, and then they grow up one day and they move out and they get their own apartment. They're just,
She makes the point that I was going to make. You yourself may be a rescue animal.
See, that's the problem. I'm not that. And I think that that's important sometimes in relationships to have, like, I obviously can't be helped.
Well, you've been on your kinder, gentler tour.
I have been nicer lately. And all of that today was really being pressed when I had to argue with that woman on Facebook. It's on my Facebook page.
That's true. She really did push you, though. We both get upset because we're not talking politics. Everyone thinks that something is against their politics. There were people coughing and sneezing. Why not cover up your face? That's all it was about. But she did push you. And a lot of happy birthdays to Mickey. A lot of people. I think a lot of people are also want to see you run for some kind of public office. I support that.
Listen, these glasses won't stay put.
Well, listen, we're trying to get an endorsement. Don't complain about them.
I think they just need to be adjusted. It could be my face.
Michael, thank you so much. Any chance my cat makes an appearance? My cat may make an appearance. Actually, I'm going to take a piss. Johnny's going to, I'm going to take a quick break. And Johnny's going to talk, and then I'll come back with my cat. So, Johnny, just cover the chat for, I can piss super fast. At my age, my stream is fantastic. You've never seen a stream, it's fantastic.
Eat. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to get some wood sent to me today. I found out that I will be getting the correct dimensions of the wood I need. Just putting together a new pedal board, and it needs to be very thin and not too big, so I can put it into my new suitcase, which goes onto the plane, goes under the seat, and the guitar goes on the overhead, because that's how I got to do it. But these glasses were from a great company. I'm still getting used to them, but I think the prescription's better. And like, it is my girlfriend's birthday today, so everybody say happy birthday to Mickey. She is out there in St. Louis working hard, and I guess it's very warm and humid there. I was there for a few months. I tried to live there, and I ended up moving here after that. I just needed to be able to play more shows, and I found a whole town full of lunatics to do that for. Was got just LA Vacation. Oh, I like that one. Randy Rhoads, Van Halen. Well, come on, they're both great. Those are, I guess I would have to lean. That's a hard one. I don't have an answer.
This is my cat, Bitsy.
Uh-oh.
I didn't name her. She was originally named Lil Bit by one of my exes. We found her in some bushes. Her mother passed away. She was starving, and we rescued her. I grabbed her and in one swoop threw her into a box. She came home. She was feral for most of her life. She is the last of my cats. I've had a lot of cats. She's probably like 17 years old. I feel like the guy who goes on Johnny Carson, Hanna, whatever his name is, Bill Hanna. He's dead now. But anyway, there's Bitsy. And if you would like to contribute to Bitsy's Kibble Fund, look at that sad face. She hasn't eaten in like at least 10 minutes. So anyway, there's Bitsy. All right, Bitsy, go back to your normal life. Okay, what did I miss, Johnny?
Nothing interesting. I started talking about, the pedal board and the birthday girl and I don't know, something else.
I think I left a sink running. Hold on.
And it's getting warm in here. Oh, Las Vegas, where I live now.
Thank God I don't pay for water around here. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm so glad to be here with everybody at Jack Hanna. There we go. What am I looking at here? Mickey knows Jack Hanna, obviously. Jack Hanna, I think, inspired Mickey to go to cosmetology school. I could be wrong.
No, that was another drummer.
Gotcha. A lot of people, Dave, reaching out for Mickey's birthday as well. Kay Bear is saying, wake up, because she's talking about the great cat. Coke or Pepsi? Johnny might be able to answer that.
What?
Coke or Pepsi?
Oh, ever since COVID, it's changed my taste for Coke and Pepsi. So I can only drink Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew. But even that's a little questionable.
They don't mean cocaine, do they?
No. That just tastes different now. I used to enjoy Coke. Coke.
I'm sure all the guys in Enough's Enough did. I don't know so much about this. I can't really drink any of this anymore. I have this acid reflux nonsense. Who the hell knows? I'm also diabetic, but I like cherry vanilla Coke Zero or Dr. Pepper cream soda Diet Zero, all that shit.
Cream soda. I'm a big cream soda fan.
That stuff is good. I like Dr. Brown's. You like that?
Oh, that's a really high-end one, right?
I mean, I guess they have it in delis. There's a place here, Johnny, we're going to go. It's called Cugino's. It's an Italian deli. It's on Maryland Parkway. They're Mets fans. Don't hold it against them. But it's a New York-style deli, and they have all this great stuff. And Brown's, you get the black cherry or the cream soda, and it's fantastic. Thank you, Steve, for contributing to Bitsy's Kibble Fund. Bitsy, you hear that? She's very excited. What is this? Hold on. Is there any YouTube videos of you rocking out what name? Is that one of your songs?
What's it called? Rocking out what name? I do not know what that means. Maybe that was a
Grace, explain what you're talking about, and we will take care of it.
I had someone from the band, the Naked Eyes. You know Naked Eyes?
I've heard it. Yeah, I know a little bit.
Always something that. One of the guys in the band was going to be doing lights for us at one of the shows, and he just found out that we weren't coming.
Oh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. We'll be in March. Any Piercy dates coming to Florida? Rock Guitar School. Funny you should ask. We will be on a bill that is called Rock the Island. Is that what it's called?
Oh no, it's Rock Island.
Rock Island. Yeah. Anyway, Rock Island is in January. It's in Key West, Florida. Styx, Loverboy, 38 Special, Vince Neil, Stephen Piercy, and a host of others. If you can get there before the gates open at 6 a.m., you can also see a band called Enough is Enough. And let's see here.
I just got a message from somebody about Donnie V playing in August with Janet Gardner.
He's alive again, Donnie V?
He came back. He is playing with Janet Gardner from
Dixon.
That's right.
Do you know what they have in common?
Neither wants to sing a duet.
They well, with each other. No, they've both been on this. They've both been on this show.
No. Well, it's August 5th at Q Bar in Darien. It's a hopping town. Darien, Illinois. Good
Well,
old Cass Avenue.
so while I was away, Johnny couldn't decide on Randy Rhoads or Van Halen. I'll give you an answer. I don't pull punches. The answer is Eddie Van Halen. Randy Rhoads didn't live long enough to leave behind. When people fight over Beatles and Stones, it's a similar argument. The Beatles weren't as much as a live band. Stones were. They had a longer career. There's more music to judge. I mean, both amazing. It's comparing apples and oranges. But in this case, Randy Rhoads is great, but he doesn't have as big a body of work. He's also very short. I like him, but I will tell you that when you speak to the people of the time, George Lynch on this very show, he said it's Eddie. Eddie was the guy. Randy was great, but he didn't find Randy to be as innovative as everybody else. A lot of people feel like Randy borrowed parts and Eddie really innovated. Now, listen, they're both incredible, and people get mad if you say anything. They want to treat Randy like he was a saint. Brent Woods is going to be on this show soon. You know Brent Woods?
The producer?
He was in a band called Wild Side, and anyway, Brent Woods will be here. He studied lessons with Randy Rhoads, and when Randy went on tour, he continued his lessons with George Lynch. So he will be here. I think that's the first time I've told that, and it will be his first interview since the passing of his friend Taylor Momsen, Hawkins. Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters. They were in a band together called Chevy Metal, and they had another one too. Anyway, he'll be here. He's a nice fella. And someone asking me, just wondering if you are in a band and there's videos of you guys playing. Well, listen, I'm in a band called Sin City Rejects. There are videos of me playing. I'm going to play a couple more shows this year just because there's a commemorative anniversary edition of my record coming out. It's kind of like the Sex Pistols. I put out one record, but that's me. I'm an influencer, if you will. Now, Johnny is a musician. There's millions of videos. And, if you go to this website of his discography is crazy. I asked him, you played on all this shit? Johnny you can watch him play. And I'm an entertainer. Johnny is an incredible musician. So check that out. Chips enough. I tend to agree. Let's see. No Ian Green or Rhodes. Got to agree. Okay. I'm having a nice time chatting with everyone. This is not scripted. I know it's hard to believe. Let's see here. Just checking my notes. This Friday, John Corabi will be on the show. He will answer the age-old question, who's a bigger pain in the ass, Rat or Motley Crue? He was in both of those bands. He will be here. He was on a very limited time schedule. I believe he had bowling or something. But anyway, he will be here Friday. John Corabi, the Crab and all that. People worship this guy. They love him. I'm not as familiar, to be honest, with his music. But he has a book out. It's called Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. And I recommend you take a look if you're a fan. I am parched today. I am drinking from my brand new Stephen Piercy Sex, Drugs, and Rat and Roll mug. And I suddenly feel a little, I think my mug was laced. Anyway. So that's that. Let's see what else is here. Oh, Chris says he's going to be in Las Vegas this year. Please, whatever you do, Chris, don't call. But Johnny probably will hang out with you. He does that.
I do not do that.
He does. He hangs out with people wherever he loves to make friends. I think Johnny's in his underpants. Mickey, did you see that? I think Johnny's in his underpants.
1,000 degrees in here.
Johnny slept in his underpants last night.
It's too hot.
Yeah. Grace, where have you been? You're just looking up Enough is Enough for the first time? Oh, you're voice texting too. Everybody in that talking to text. Jason, have you heard the band White Cross yet? I've heard the name. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'll have to give it a listen. Yeah, well, Mickey, it's your birthday. He likes to be in underpants. Apparently, both of you guys don't like to wear clothing. Sometimes I'll be with Johnny, and he will be at a concert or something, and he'll be FaceTiming with Mickey, and she will not be wearing any clothing. Although occasionally she has a beanie on while she's in the bathtub. But Johnny, they are exhibitionists. Let's see, and Mickey. Nothing wrong with that. What's Johnny's website? Well, what a question. JohnnyMonaco.com. And you can find all things Johnny there. Johnny doing his best David Ellison. Well, possibly. Yeah, Johnny in his underpants. LSD, Life, Sex, and Death. We've talked about this on the show before. They are from Chicago. Johnny knows the guys. It's a very interesting band, and
yeah, they're great.
And I did see them open for Lynch Mob in New York at the Limelight. I did see Stanley. He stunk beyond belief, and he did, at the end, like it was 5 a.m, and in New York clubs didn't close. At 5 a.m, people would pack out, and he did get in the back of a rider truck. It's pretty interesting. I think they were joking. I don't think Grace talked any politics. I could be wrong. Did Grace? Did you talk about it? I think everyone's just having a good time. And you said you were going to listen to. I think everyone's being funny here.
What?
I don't know. Oh, Billy Caputo's here. You know Billy? Billy's a psychic.
Yeah.
Been a while since I've seen your live stream. I believe Dave Grill will have his son play drums with the Foo Fighters. By the way, rest in peace. Oh, that's fascinating. Listen, you heard it first. Billy is a psychic. So if he says that Grohl's son I didn't even know he had a son. He's going to play drums. He's going to play drums. There it is. Quote Teresa Caputo. I mean, Billy Caputo. Billy, thank you for joining us. We've missed you. Grace is fighting with Dr. Paul Shortino. It's funny to fight with somebody named Dr. Paul Shortino who's giving advice on sheep medicine, but whatever. Someone from King's X, that could happen. I think it will soon. I'll tell you this. I don't know how cool the audience is, and I don't know if Michelle's here right now, but I have 2 amazing people coming on, really reclusive guests, and they don't know that each other is coming on because I don't think they get along. On this very show, very soon, Nasty Suicide and Andy McCoy, both of Hanoi Rocks. If you watch this show and you like the hair metal, most of them got their image and style from Hanoi Rocks. Guns N' Roses and all those bands say it all the time. So anyway, they'll both be on this very show coming up, and I'm excited about that. I got to get up early because they're both in Finland, so we'll do this Finnish time. So anyway, yeah, and Michelle, those are Michelle's favorites. Michelle is a giant fan of Hanoi Rocks, especially Nasty Suicide, whose name is Jan. I'm going to call him Nasty. What does it say here? Golden Robot might not want. Oh, it's Chris. I was like, this has got to be an asshole. It's Chris. Golden Robot doesn't give a fuck what I do. I talk to whoever I want. I don't tell them don't put shitty bands out. You know, not that they do. But anyway, Friday, John Corabi, and then Nasty and Andy. And let's see what else here. People saying people love Hanoi. Tommy Holland was asking about Johnny. This sounds so inside. What is a Tommy Holland, Johnny?
Tommy Holland, he's great. Yeah, I grew up listening to the band Holland, and they were like a Chicago power pop legendary band, of course. And Michael Badio was in that band as a guitar.
Michelangelo.
And this was before he took on that the name in the middle.
Can you do that?
No, I don't. I can't do that. I have enough problem doing this. But he, they had a song called "Wake Up the Neighborhood." I think it was in a movie that. But yeah, look that band up. Holland, Little Monsters was the name of the album, and God, all the songs are great on it. That's a band with great songs, and Tommy Holland, great singer, real funny guy, and actually, Enough's Enough got a lot of their stuff from Holland.
Wasn't there a shredder named Gary Holland? Was that another band?
I don't know.
I think that's one of those things. I don't know. Little Monsters, is that something? I don't know.
Little Monsters, yeah. But someone earlier just said that I'm bloating about being from Chicago or something. Like,
really? I missed it.
I don't think I am. I'm just answering. It says, only brothers boast about being from Chicago. Why do I do it so much? Oh, brothers. Is he saying like as in a black guy?
I don't. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's the asshole.
Well, I'm not boasting. It's just if something comes up, I answer it. What am I?
I'm from New York, where everybody thinks they're better than everybody else. I mean, who cares? You're from Chicago's a huge city with a lot of
Talking
influence.
about whatever the thing is we're talking about. But yeah, that band was from there. Off Broadway was another one. All those power pop bands. I mean, maybe it does sound like I'm doing that now, but now that we're on it, all those Illinois, Chicago bands, they're legendary for that sound, like the Knack. Remember the Kind, the Shoes, a lot of those.
Billy, Johnny, I'm not cutting off, but I am. Billy says, I was going to say, I have a question. Thank you, Billy, by the way. But Billy is he's a psychic. I would like to know, Billy, when can we expect Johnny Monaco's solo record? She said she found a soulmate. Can you any input you can give us, any insight, so that because people want to pre-order?
Hilarious. Yeah, I'd like to know a couple things too, like how much longer is it going to take me before I snap sleeping in this fourth bed? That's horrible.
Yeah, I want to know. Does this look infected? Oh, never mind. Anyway, listen. Grace is getting mad at Dr. Paul Giordino, a fictional character. It's really cool listening to you guys, but I have to go because the doctor is ruining it. I will rock out and find your website. But Grace, if you will, you can just watch us talk. You don't have. I mean, look, you can leave if you want, but you don't have to just concentrate on Dr. Paul. He's just adding some banter in the conversation. Yeah, great. Michael Perez is pointing out that the doctor is pulling your leg. Okay.
What is happening today?
It's a little fun, I think. I think today's fun.
I think
I'm
we're
enjoying it.
Fired up or something. I mean, if we do one of these every day and just film it all the time, like the Truman Show, I think that would be our best approach. Be a lot of work. I don't know.
Johnny, are you playing some? Well, I agree with you, by the way. I would do it. We should do. They do this thing around Christmas time. It's called like a vlog a day or something. Anyway, people log in every day for like 2 weeks up until Christmas, like a Christmas vlog. And anyway, we may do that. But are you playing somewhere in the 14th, Johnny? I don't think that's true.
Let me take a look.
I don't think you are, because we're on a plane on the 14th, I thought.
If you go to my show dates, everybody. Yeah, the 14th, right. We are going to be on a plane leaving to go to Pickerington, Ohio for Picktown Palooza.
Yeah. Come out. If you're there, come out. But that show is on the 15th.
So I need my pedal board to be dialed in by that time. So right now I am emailing Eric, who's going to send me the piece I need to make this pedal board.
I hope you can. I hope you can get wood. I know that doesn't always happen.
Real super light piece. I was going to take a picture, but this guy probably knows enough. I don't need to.
Well, here, hold on. Grace is really fired up, and Grace is about to turn this into a political discussion.
What happened?
I don't know. I think that Dr. Paul made it. She said she was talking and texting and doesn't know what she's saying. And he made a joke about don't be political. He was just being silly. And she said, so doctor, who did you vote for before I go? You're rooting this for me. Thanks a lot, you guys. I have to go. This is sad. But
what is happening today?
But Grace, you're the one now, and I appreciate you watching, but you're making it about politics by asking him what he was voting for. That's his right, and yours as well. And when I see somebody start asking who you voted for, I usually know who you voted for. That's usually a sign. But who cares? We're having a good time. What do you? There's no election, in presidential for 2 more years. God bless America, where you could lose by 3 million votes and still be declared president. So everybody just relax. Relax. Have a good time. Lighten up. CIA hole is letting you know to lighten up. If I can put up with Chris's bullshit, then I can put up with all your bullshit. Don't make us explain. Get Michael T. Ross on the show. What?
Oh, that keyboard player?
Yeah. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Like, to talk about what? Nice guy. I mean, I know Michael.
The keyboard player?
Huh?
The keyboard player?
Yeah, hops a chord. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the painter.
He was fantastic. Now Paul's upset. He's hurt. Everybody's hurt. I think that Grace left. They think everything spiraled after Johnny showed his drawers, but I don't think that's it.
Well, I got up for a second. Man on the beach. This is how they dress in France.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I could be in my underpants too. Nobody would know.
I mean, it's just, I was wearing shorts earlier. It was so hot out. I got in here. It was last minute because I was looking for that stupid piece of plywood. Mm-hmm. And I was in between, and figured I'm just sitting here. What's the big deal?
Robert wants to know when I'll be playing again. And, I got a lot of things going on, and I don't have the time to always do that. But I tell you that I would like to play. I heard some of Johnny's music, and I would like to play some of that music on this show. Not the crazy fucking ridiculous shit, Billy Sheehan stuff. But Johnny's got some really cool music that I think I could play. And so maybe we'll do that on the show some point, because I would rather play Johnny's music. And my band will play later in this year when the record is out on vinyl. My thing is for fun. I'm not a virtuoso like Johnny. Let's see. It's fun that everybody is having a fight. Mickey, I'm so busy skipping everyone else's question. Did I meet Johnny Thunders? It's a great question. I'll be honest with you. I was a little too young. He played a place in New York called the Marquee Club, and I really wanted to go, and it was down by the meatpacking district, not a very nice neighborhood. And this was really towards the end of his life, and I don't think he was very friendly. So I met the majority of my punk legends that I idolized, and I worked with many of them too. I met Walter Lohr and was friendly with him. He actually watched my show when it was on Facebook. That's how I started this. And original Heartbreaker, and he's passed away. All the Heartbreakers are gone now, except for Richard Hell. And anyway, and I was friendly with the Ramones, and I was into Johnny Thunders later. Then Dee Ramone was always my hero, but then I got a thing for Thunders, and now I love it. But anyway, so no, unfortunately, I didn't get to meet him. I'm a little young, despite what people say about me. Yeah, Walter was great. What a kind guy, and he sang my favorite Heartbreaker songs. Get Off the Phone. Occasionally, he would sing Too Much Junkie Business. Johnny would sing that one more. But anyway, and I would play a lot of those songs live. I would sing the Walter song. So looking forward to John Karabi interview. I don't really get the nicknames, but you will enjoy it. And if you're on my Patreon, sign up in the description now down below. You'll watch it tonight. All right. Grace is bumming everybody out. I don't think Grace is even here anymore. One Track Mind. Great song. Great song. That's a Walter song too. Let's see. Guitar Page says the show has gone to hell, but I don't think it's that bad. And you should have seen how much shit we got last week. I got for talking about Roe versus Wade. And it wasn't politics. Who cares? I just want women. I like chicks. You know what I mean? Like I think I'm a feminist. I mean, I like pussy. I'm chicks, and I think that I think they should have their rights. People get so mad, so we won't talk about it. We'll talk about more fun things. Fan of the Scream. I did I knew of the Scream, but I didn't realize Johnny knows this. The Scream was pretty much Racer X. Did you know that? Did you know that the Scream was 3 members of Racer X at the beginning?
Bruce Bouillet and was Scott Travis in that band?
Yeah. He's not on the record, but he was in the band up until they made the record. He joined Priest. That's why he left. Oh, yeah. And on bass,
John Alderete.
Juan Alderete. Yeah. Did you know that's his name? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Shows you how our country hates people of different people. But Juan Alderete became John Alderete. But anyway, I have 3 guys from Racer X with John Crosby singing, and he left that band to front a little local band called Motley Crue. And there you go. Richard Hell interview. I would love it. Somebody get him. I don't think he's really into it. I don't think that guy is all that social, but he does have a book, and I would love to have him on. Roe versus Wade, Randy versus Eddie. Can't go wrong. I agree. Here we go again. Forget the politics. Listen, everybody just calm the fuck down.
Yeah. What do you think? This is the dessert line, the Cosmopolitan Golden Spoon?
It's starting to feel that way. Listen, this is a mature group of people of proper age. You know what I mean? We're all adults here.
I think we need to start talking more about what we do in the course of our days and do it like that instead of this.
And talk about our feelings, because I think that's important. I want to talk about Jakey Lee first. I once stood outside a place called the Copa Room with Jakey Lee for 2 hours chatting. I know Jakey Lee. Jakey Lee asked me to autograph an adult movie that I directed. True story. And I was honored. And Jakey Lee's a nice guy. He told me about a place in Vegas called Love It Custard.
Mm.
He swore by it. And Warren DeMartini. Johnny and I went there. I'm on a new insulin that I can shoot the insulin. Johnny, right before our meal, you didn't see it. I went and I slammed.
Oh,
I didn't want you to see because I know you don't like it. But I also gave 11 vials of blood the other day to be examined. Not fun. And my urine looked like molasses. But so anyway, I slammed in something so I could have that. And I needed to do that before custard because I almost died after custard. Anyway, watch the video of us at Love It Custard. And so he also told me about a place called Bocce Burger. And he said they have the best Japanese hot dogs. I believe Jakey Lee is part Japanese. And so we'll have to try these Japanese hot dogs. Anyway, that's what Jakey Lee has to offer. Japanese. A lot of people enjoyed Johnny bringing up Belladonna last week. Not the singer for Anthrax, but the woman who takes so many cocks in her vagina, she has to double park them in her ass.
Well, I was just a name that stuck with me. I thought it rolled off the tongue.
Nothing wrong with that. A lot's rolled off her tongue, I'll tell you that.
I know who that is.
Bark of the Moon solos are nuts. I should show you. I think I got it right back here. I don't have Bark of the Moon, but I do have the Diary of a Madman Funko Pop. These are pretty cool. Hard to see with the angle, but this thing, it's in a little frame, and it's got a little Ozzy pop in there. It's a pretty fun little thing, and I got it right here. And
for sale?
It could be. Johnny was part of my business today. We went to the post office. I shipped a lot of things from Whatnot Funko related, and so I got that there.
Yeah.
And talking about Jakey Lee, and then of course this thing is still available to the high person who wants to help, who's high enough to help charity. Let's see, Jason. Where the fuck did this go? I'm trying to skip Chris's bullshit so that I can find someone with some intelligence. Jason, did you ever see John McEnroe at any New York punk shows when he lived there? That's funny. It's John McEnroe. I saw John McEnroe in New York all the time. John McEnroe first was married to Tatum O'Neal. I wanted to bang Tatum O'Neal. Johnny, did you ever want to bang Tatum O'Neal?
I mean, maybe.
Tatum O'Neal was in The Bad News Bears. She was a little young then, but she was also in a movie, Little Darlings. Little Darlings with Christy McNichol. It's great.
Get a little strawberry. Get that for you.
But she had a problem with crack. But
that happens. It happens.
But she's better now. I have a baseball signed by her where she wrote Amanda Wurlitzer number, I think 12 or 11. Anyway, Tatum O'Neal's great. But anyway, then they broke up and John McEnroe started dating Patti Smythe. Not Patti Smith, who I also saw in New York all the time. Patti Smythe, she's Scandal, Goodbye to You. And anyway, John McEnroe played a charity tennis match in front of the Plaza Hotel, and he gave me a tennis ball that I have around here somewhere. So that's my John McEnroe story. Let me see. Let me skip through the idiots. I don't know what this means, but I'll try it. Jason did an interview with Dave Friedman and a bottle of Jameson. It went on for like 3 hours and is brilliant. I don't even know who Dave Friedman is. Ross Friedman, maybe? Ross the Boss? Is that what you're trying to say? I don't know. I think you're being funny. I like this. Where the fuck did it go? I saw somebody of intelligence. Hold on. Those never stick around long.
I'm gonna look up this Tatum.
Brian Kirk wants the Jason Green pop. We're trying to get a bunch of money together so we can give it to charity. The money to charity. Oh wait, hold on. Did somebody fork over $40? Hold on. Somebody did. I missed it. Eric did. So right now, Eric is the high bidder with $40 for those damn kids who can't behave. He wants the friggin' Funko Pop. So now it's up to somebody else to bid more than $40. I saw somebody say something that I liked. Here, Carla Green with no E on the end. It's your show, Jason. Talk about whatever you want to talk. That is what I think. If you don't like the show, tune out. There are so many shitty podcasts to watch. Watch somebody else. I see shitty podcasts and shitty interviews and shitty opinions. We don't all have to agree. This isn't a dictatorship. You know,
that's the thing. People think they have to tell you about something that they like, and they have to promote it because you should do this.
Look at this asshole. MAGA bat. No politics, please. I mean, come on.
We're not even talking about any of that.
No. And I mean, come on.
Or they have to tell you about something, how great something is, or their movie review, which, coming from this dummy, what are you going to, he likes it. That must be great.
Yeah. See, Eric says, I like when the show gets wild. I thought we were going to do religion this week. It's supposed to be a little wild. Here's Sean. No politics. Listen, I'm going to tell you a little something. The more you say not to do something, the more I want to do it.
We don't talk about, we haven't even done that.
Nothing. Not once did I say this country was brainwashed by assholes who vote for fat fucks, and I would never say that. Never. Who wear toupees and I don't say things like that.
See themselves and the president.
Exactly. I mean, Jesus
Turn
Christ.
those brights off. You don't need a truck. We're in a society.
Yeah.
Classes.
Listen, I'm trying to have fun here. And I'm enjoying this. We've been doing this for 2 hours. There's 130 people watching. I miss Brian Kirk. Brian Kirk wants this pop. $60 is now the high price.
You know who Brian Kirk is?
He's the one who had to pay for all that Canadian shipping.
That's right. We sent them some CDs today because I usually only ship inside the U.S., but it was extra.
Well, I hope somebody outbids them because Jesus Christ, now I'm going to have to go and ship this to Canada.
He's very nice.
Brian's great, and I appreciate him. And this is
Lewis, president. What is this?
Bill Lewis. He's here.
No,
he doesn't know how to use the internet.
Someone else is here.
Great cat is a better president.
But the post office is right by your house. So technically, what we could do is if everyone orders the right stuff, I have to send something to Michael. You have to send something to Canada, maybe. We can just go right back to the same post office and then go back over to the buffet.
Yeah. The right stuff. Yeah, I agree with you. Which would be great. And by the way, because I'm a gold member at the Cosmopolitan, we can do that any day.
Well, you still had to pay, and I feel a little guilty about that. But
I covered you because you were a guest, and because you're on this show so much, and people are so supportive, I felt like it was the right thing to do.
Well, and I did. Well, I'm trying to make it up by the driving. I know that's not a big deal, but it's like you spent way more at dinner. But now that I know what's going on there, I'll be more prepared because it's overwhelming when you go to a place like that. There's so many different foods, and the people are standing there and they're waiting, like looking at you like go, and I'm looking at them like, why don't you learn how to use the thongs? And then there probably wouldn't be a problem.
Some of the people were wearing thongs.
Yeah, I say tongs. And it's just, it's the people, they wreck it. People are the worst kind of people.
Yeah.
It's that. It's just that. That's all it is. There was nobody in there. And then they had to sit us right in the cusp of the area with
They sat us in a terrible area. I didn't feel like that was the gold area. It was if you wanted cake and ice cream, it was perfect, but
Perfect people watching. See everyone pile in for cake, and they're like, that's just the children.
Yeah, let's see here. Can we have?
Yeah, I would have to eat more crab legs. Next time I'll go back. I'm going to go crazy with the crab legs. I see why they do it now. There was a guy that piled up like this.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see. So Robert Alonso would like to see us do this podcast live. I'm a fan. Kevin Smith has a podcast. I forgot what he called it. If Jay's watching, I think it's called like Fat Man or something, or Fat Man. But it's very good, and they sometimes do it live. And I'm a bigger fan of Kevin Smith's podcast than his movies, to be honest. But they do it. So me and Johnny could be available to appear at places. I got to get the numbers a little higher. Although we're doing very well, people want to have a big, 1 million subscribers. So tell your friends, and yeah, we could be coming to your state. I would do it where we'll do the podcast from your house. People invite us over. We'll come to your house and do this podcast. We're very polite. Phil is a rude guest, though. He came to Johnny's house and he left.
That's not true. He was nice when he came over. He was.
What did he do to your doorknob?
He may have left a handprint, but I think that just happens from time to time.
Were you missing any? Oh, that's my insulin alarm, Johnny.
Uh-oh.
I set an alarm like you because you have an alarm for your medical things. I won't talk about your private issues.
Well, it's not a big deal.
Well, I don't know if you want to talk about it.
But that sounds like something that I wouldn't want that to be the last thing I hear before I slip into a coma.
Is it? Can you still see me? Hold on, Johnny.
It says you got to plug in.
Johnny, talk while I do this.
All right. Oh boy, I don't like the way I look. It's like a cross between Todd Rundgren and Groucho Marx. Let's see. Come to my house, no pants allowed, but animals are welcome. Did I mention everybody that's Mickey's birthday today? Everybody say hello to Mickey. She is trying to save the planet one turtle at a time. And her new turtle has something wrong with its hand. And looks like it's going to need a bionic arm. So if anyone wants to donate, it's the Turtle Foundation. All right. Just trying to include you in the conversation. See, people are saying hi. All right. So yeah, today we did do that. I woke up and just mad because of like 4 things, and then I had to get ready really quick, shave, and then we went to the post office where I sent out some packages and he sent out a bunch of stuff, and then to the Cosmopolitan, which is a pretty cool hotel. It's swanky over there. I like the way they smell. Some of the casinos, they have a certain smell to them. They pump that stuff in. And when I come home, I just put my clothes in one of the rooms, so use it as like an air freshener, but of the casino. And then we had a bunch of stuff at this place. This is a buffet. As you know, buffets can get a little tricky because there's so much to choose from. And I don't really eat during the daytime, but I'm an exception. So we went there and loaded up. I had like crab cakes and some bolognese, which didn't really go good with the rest, and some meat in there, and a few other things. Oh, there was a pho that I had, and an iced tea, and some other things. Take a look here. What's going on with these comments? Everyone's saying happy birthday. Look at that. Now we're talking sugar gliders or bats. Oh boy. All right. Like Mickey, they need your contact information. All right. Mickey was out last night with Ricky Rocket. She went to their concert in St. Louis, and she was invited to hang out. And they hung out, and she took some photos, and I heard he was very nice. And he talked to her and her friend for a while, and it was very cordial, and they all had a good time. And I am out here in Las Vegas, so I couldn't be there. But that's why I'm here at the moment, trying to play these shows and get it together out here. Let's see here. Turtle shells. Okay. All right. So that's what we did today. And then I stopped on the way back at Hobby Lobby. Oh, you're back?
Well, I was having a lot of technical difficulties. Son of a bitch. Sorry, Johnny. Is your girlfriend dating Ricky Rocket? Did I hear wrong?
No, she was invited. He invited her.
Whoa. I thought that. I must have heard you wrong.
The last time it got handsy backstage for me was when Barry Manilow invited me to one of his shows.
I remember that. You knew Ricky Rocket very well.
Well,
you guys were buddies.
Yeah.
You gave CeCe DeVille a few lessons, obviously. They worked.
We did some touring together, or we were part of the Bell. I don't know if it was a tour.
Did Ricky Rocket know he was hanging out with your girlfriend?
I think he did, like, a little bit into it.
Did he remember the fun that you guys used to have together?
Yeah, he said I could play guitar and
oh, good. That's nice.
It's very funny, but kind of cynical in a way.
Well, those are very vague compliments. He said he could play guitar. That's like, cynical.
And maybe a little off.
He thought you were off?
And, I'm trying to be a better person. As you can tell, this is a much gentler version of myself.
Right.
And but yeah, I guess I was, so he liked me. We did get along because we did. And then I was funny, which I can't help that. And just a little off, something a little cynical. And it's not that I'm cynical or mean. It's just that I'm aware. And I have like a very low tolerance for grifters.
Sure.
Not just in general, I'm saying to the people of the planet. And so it may come off negative or mean or something like that when you're talking like that. But the reality is, it's just, I also don't like the way I look at this.
No, I understand. We have an interesting crowd tonight. I'm glad to see everybody joining us, and we're going to get to some more people's questions. Just going to take care of some business real fast.
Uh-oh.
And dial that in. Got to make up for that fucking that dessert. Definitely got to make up for dessert. All right. Well. Oh my God! Oh Jesus! Oh jeez, the pain, the agony. Oh God, that's gonna be a bleeder. That is definitely gonna bleed.
Watch that.
Oof, terrible. Terrible. This is what happens, kids. This is what you got to look forward to in life. And I know you're not supposed to talk politics, but guess what, folks? There's no health care in America. You're fucked. Every other country that's got their shit together. You'll get insulin, $12 a vial. Not in America. Not in America. But listen, happy 4th of July. Fuckheads. All right. Now that that's done, let's get back to the news. What do we got going on here? Cancel bubble. How much does insulin cost and how long does it last? Insulin is incredibly expensive in the United States. Like I was saying, it's $12 a vial in Canada. Sometimes a pen like this could cost most people between $300 and $500. Someone like me who has to shoot 40 units doesn't last very long. As you can see, when the thing runs out, so does your insulin. Very expensive. There are people who are trying to stop the markup. You should mark up insulin. A $12 vial, if it costs $12, whatever to make, sell it for $30. That's still a nice profit. So maybe these things will work. But let's see. "We Want the Airwaves" is my favorite Ramones song. Is that lame or cool? Well, first of all, who the fuck are we to decide what's lame or cool? "We Want the Airwaves" is not one of my favorites. I mean, it's hard for me to find a Ramones song I don't like. But listen, whichever one you like, you like. Robert wants to know, does that hurt? Only when I pee. No, actually, I mean, it's never great. There's never a day that goes by that I go, yeah, this is great. There's better ways to live. but I'm happy to be alive. Although I was at the doctor the other day where I gave 11 vials of blood, and they did say that I'm killing myself. So I'm trying to fix that. I'm trying to take better care of my health. A lot of people liked that I shared my diabetes story in the tour diary. Well, I felt like if I was going to show you what my life is like, that is a massive part of my day. And in one of the upcoming versions, you'll see what happens when my blood goes too low. I was freaking out and dying. You know, when you have diabetes and you have hypo or hyperglycemia, you are dying. And so sometimes my blood can go into the 30s, which is very close. You're supposed to be 100 for any normal folks, but if it goes into the 30s, you're close to going into a coma, and you have to save your own life. That's what diabetes is really about, saving your own life. And they can tell you sort of what to do, but it's up to you to figure out how. So anyway, I was stumbling around. The first thing I did before I thought I would die is I set up my camera to film myself to share, and I ate bags of candy. So anyway, it sucks, but I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just telling you how it is. And Dragon City asks, so I shoot this once. This is called a long-lasting insulin, and then before I eat a big meal like a buffet, I have a rapid insulin. So nowadays I'm probably doing this twice a day. Do you remember Rock and Roll Radio? Also not one of my favorites. But listen, I love them all. I like the harder Ramones songs. Johnny Ramone and I used to talk, I'm name dropping, but it's true, about our favorite Ramones songs, and we usually agree. Johnny should learn how to inject me in a case of emergency. I will tell you that a lot of people have said that. Nice people. This guy named Chris Sanders, he was in Fake Rat with this guy, Jordan Ziffy. They were in the band together. And Chris was the Robin guy. He looked a lot like Robin. And he would always tell me, you tell me what to do, and I'm on it. If anything happens, I'm going to learn the shot. I'm a very kind guy. But the thing is, I don't need help when my blood is high. When my blood is high, I might be lethargic, but I can shoot my own insulin. So I don't need anyone to do that. The problem is when it's very low, I just need to get to candy. The domestic partner knows.
I can do that.
Yeah, Johnny can get to a vending machine and find candy like nobody's business.
Now go get him, boy.
And if I go into a coma, a little maple syrup.
Yeah. I'll just run to the nearest village with a vat of whiskey.
53rd and Third is one of my favorite Ramones songs. I like to play that one. 53rd and Third is a street in Manhattan. It's actually a nice neighborhood now. It's right near the movie theater where Marilyn Monroe comes out of the theater. It's a 7-year itch. Marilyn Monroe was where she was going to see the movie The Creature from the Black Lagoon, one of my all-time favorites. And on that corner, she stands over the subway, and it blows up her dress. It's an iconic scene. It was half filmed in New York City for real, and the rest on a studio lot. But allegedly, Dee Dee Ramone wrote the song about people who came home from Vietnam and turned tricks on that corner. Some people say Dee Dee Ramone actually may have turned tricks on that corner to get money for insulin.
Tricks, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, tricks are for kids. 7-Eleven.
I turn tricks.
I like a Ramones song called Not My Place in the 9 to 5 World. I like some of the deeper ones. There's some really good ones. Johnny, I'm going to send you some Ramones songs that I think you'll be surprised at how good the production was and the vocals and these. They really are like a rock and roll Beach Boys. I think everyone knows I Want to Be Sedated and Blitzkrieg Bop, but there are so many better songs about that. Let's see here. I like Pet Sematary, but that's the not so good years. The sad thing about Pet Sematary is they went to Stephen King's home. He gave Dee Dee Ramone the script. Dee Dee went down to a basement or something, even though the Ramones say you shouldn't go to the basement. He wrote that script and wrote that song, but he went to jail, and to pay for his bail, he sold the publishing to that song.
Jeez.
Here's Chris, the fucking moron. He's explaining that 53rd is an intersection. Well, no shit. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Captain Redundant. Yeah. In New York, the streets go like this. And when you get to 53rd, they go this way, 3rd. Corner of 53rd and 3rd.
I like New York. I used to like driving around there.
Is Chicago like that? I know it's. Can you walk like streets like a grid?
Yeah.
Somebody gave us some money, by the way, for Portillo's.
Oh, really?
And I really want to go. We're going to be in Illinois next month, I think. I have a few things that I want to see, Johnny, in Chicago. Is it not next month?
No, I think it's in September.
Well, whenever it is, I would like to see. I want to see this abandoned mall where they filmed the Blues Brothers. I'd like to see that. I would like to see a Portillo's hot dogs.
Yeah.
I would like to see the fountain for Married with Children.
Okay.
I would like to see some of the Al Capone type stuff. I hear some of those neighborhoods are not very good.
That's a lot of stuff. I mean, we would need like more time.
Well, I don't mean all in this trip. There's no way we could do that all. But these are just some of my favorite things. The site of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, even though the wall is here, bad neighborhood?
I don't know if I know exactly where that's at, but I don't think it's in a bad neighborhood.
Okay.
It's probably
it's been replaced. Yeah, it's been replaced. Oh, and the house from Shameless, which I heard is a terrible neighborhood.
What that might be. Is that like Southside?
Probably. I think so.
I'm not trying to play with my hair. I know I keep touching my hair. It's just that I keep looking at myself in this screen, and I don't like the way I look, so I'm trying to fix it. And then the next thing you know, you got 2 hours of you fixing your hair, which is just as bad as looking like a shrunken apple. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to do.
You do what makes you feel comfortable. Johnny,
have you start doing interviews dressed as the Invisible Man? Then we'll see. Then we'll see what's up.
That'd be good. Johnny, have you been to Graceland?
No.
I would really like to go to Graceland. Now, he's saying it's in a bad neighborhood, but what they did is they built like a bubble around Graceland. Yankee Stadium's a bad neighborhood, but they protect it. So now they have this Graceland motel. I love Elvis. I'm a fan. I have not seen the Baz Luhrmann movie. Johnny, would you be interested in seeing that movie?
Yeah, I heard it was really good.
Yeah, we should see it. I love Elvis. There's a lot of. I have a video coming actually soon of Elvis locations here in Las Vegas where they filmed Viva Las Vegas, some of the places he performed, and actually some graves of people who were involved with Elvis. So that's coming soon. But I would love to go, and maybe we'll get to do that. We're going to be in Tennessee, but I don't think it's near Graceland. Bring Johnny to Utah for a show. Well, Johnny is in Stephen Piercy's band, so if there's a show in Utah, he'll be there.
I was just in Utah, remember?
That's what I thought. We just did Utah.
No, I was in. You were before me, but I was with another band. I played in Hurricane, Utah.
Oh, you were in Hurricane. That's Living Over the Edge. That one.
Well, the thing is, immediately when I got to Utah, I just felt drawn to start a large family, where I have sex with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, relatives included. But so I know what Dave's talking about. Dave is talking about you. Actually, Utah was the show that the band played as a 4-piece. You joined the next day. By the way, that venue in Utah is great. I believe it's called Leatherheads. And we had a great time. And they treated us really good. I liked that one. And you know what? It was also great, Johnny. You would like this. The hotel was in the same parking lot as the venue. And you can just go back and forth as you please. Which I
like that.
Oh, it was so perfect. And it was a nice hotel. And people treated us good. And yeah. And it was a nice crowd, an attractive crowd too. Jimmy Crespo interview, I don't think will happen. He's a friend of mine. I've managed him. He has no desire to talk. He doesn't really have any interest in being on camera. Yes, the 4th was his birthday. He's a great guy, and I will be honest with you, one of the best guitar players I have ever seen. I've told this story. We had him in the Sin City Sinners for a while. George Lynch came to play, and they did this soloing thing at the end of Train Kept a Rolling where they would trade off. And Lynch did every trick in the book, everything he could do. And Jimmy Crespo just played, and it was in his hands. And at the end of the night, Lynch said, I just got smoked by Jimmy Crespo. And he was right. And George Lynch is an incredible guitar player. But Jimmy is great, and he has really good feel. And he's probably better than Joe Perry. Now, Joe's a legend, of course. But a great guy, but I don't think you're going to see him on the show. I ask him all the time. But yes, I want to go there. Let's see. Chris is an expert on everything, but really doesn't know a fucking thing. Trouser Chili is saying we got to take the Graceland tour. I think we will. The Seagull over here says, I don't know where the fuck it went,
But the Seagull says Elvis was huge. I don't know how she knows what he was packing, but take your word for it. Jerome Avenue used to be scary. Well, that is true. I think my grandparents grew up near Jerome Avenue, which is in the Bronx. It was different when they were there. Trying to get to everything here. Sean says, hello, pretty lady. Well, what could that mean? Who is he talking to?
Hello, ladies.
Mark's Slaughter interview will probably happen soon. Mark's a nice guy, and we've talked. I don't think he has anything really to promote right now. I think, and Dana as well. Mark and Dana will both eventually be on this show, and they're both nice guys. Let's see. Yeah, Renegade with Marge Raymond, of course. It was an Aerosmith offshoot band, and Marge is on the show. Good interview. Is Stephen Piercy nice? Yeah, I think he's nice to me. He's nice. Is he nice to you, Johnny?
Yeah.
Here's an idiot, Chris. Anyone can play old blues solos, right? So, like, I don't know what he's referring to, but not anyone can play old blues solos. Some people can't play them right. There's guys in Vegas all the time. You know, there's all these kind of like stony dudes, you know, who think that they can play blues. Can Stevie Ray Vaughan just play old blues solos? I don't think so. I think that that's an ignorant statement. Also, I don't think playing is about how many notes you can play or how fast you can play or what you think. So for that, Chris, here is a timeout. All right. So
what is going on today?
It's in the air. It's in the air.
People are really combative. We're talking about bats a lot.
Speaking of bats, Scott Coogan does a great job. Awesome drummer. Scott Coogan is in the Stephen Piercy band, and him and Johnny have known each other for a long time, and it's great to have them both playing together. And this Stephen Piercy lineup is a good lineup of people. We all get along. Yeah, Paul, Doc, you were correct. He's got to stay away from politics. Everybody's sharing a good laugh at Chris's expense. I see a lot of talk about a Kelly Rhodes interview. Not sure. Maybe. I had Kelly Garney on the show. Kelly Garney talked about a lot of that type of stuff about him. This is a question that comes up a lot, and usually people pay to hear it. But Johnny, could you name 3 influences?
Oh, what, guitar players?
Well, I think so, because they said as a polyver, but I think they mean player.
Well, I mean, I'm not really, special when it comes to that. I liked everyone that came before each guy. So, it goes way back, like Rush, Ted Nugent, Jimmy Page, Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rhoads. I liked all the guys that came out. I guess if I had to pick 3, it would be Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, and Yngwie. But there's probably, a lot more. Some blues guys in there, Scott Henderson. It's hard to pick 3.
Yeah, no, it's very tough. Yeah, I had no idea that was Scott Coogan. I saw the live videos. The guy's a terrific player. So Scott Coogan is not in the first tour diary. We had someone filling in, and while they negotiated Scott Coogan's contract, and then he is in the future videos. Any update on Dizzy Dean? I did see Johnny D, drummer for Brittany Fox. He played a show in Atlantic City. Johnny was there, and we had a nice private conversation all about Dizzy Dean. You'll have to wait and see. Someone was saying they'd like to see me interview Swan from the Warriors. That's Michael Beck. Would be great. It could happen. And I have had it. There are a lot of actors on this channel. You got to search and find them. Did they have any Juan Crucier chili at the buffet? Did not see it.
I didn't see any chili at the buffet. I was too busy showering myself in crab legs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anthony is going to see us in Picktown, I believe.
Okay.
And we're going to wrap up in a little bit, but I am enjoying talking to everybody. And there are some people here who are highly intelligent. Right now, $60 is going to take the signed haircut pop. And I think, like I said, I think Johnny would sign it if you wanted it to him by request, because he's the one who gave me this haircut. My pop makes me look like an Asian woman. with short hair. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's a lot of beautiful.
Yeah, not
Asian
unless they're in
women.
front of you in the crab legs line.
That is true. Johnny, you ever go down on an Asian woman? I dated a Korean girl, but the problem is a half hour later, you're hungry again.
Oh boy! All right.
Anyway, I'll be here all week. Anyway, so right now it's 60. If somebody wants to leave a super chat of more, you can take this.
Otherwise, it goes to our guy in Canada, right?
Otherwise, it goes to Canada. Yeah, and there is one more of these in existence, actually. So, but anyway, there's two made. The original ones are for a later day with my hair that looks more like this, and the money also goes to charity. We have a surprise witness who says that Johnny, Asians girls are your favorites.
That's my girlfriend saying that. It's the birthday girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I did have an Asian girlfriend before. And I don't know that I have a favorite. It's a buffet.
Michelle, if you're watching, what's the word they call those guys who like Brent Muscat? But the guys who like Asian chicks.
I don't have one thing I like. It's not like that. We're talking about pizza. But since I've been out here, I've been going to buffets and trying different things. And I don't really think I have a favorite, any one thing. Maybe this guitar is one of my favorites, but it's got a good neck in it.
Well, all you need is that guitar, and that's all you need. Oh, and that Iron Maiden poster. That guitar and that Iron Maiden poster, and that's all you need.
They're called weebs.
Yes, thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, she's always ready. Yeah, Brent Muscat went to UCLA to learn how to speak Japanese, and because he has an affection for Asian women, he's fucked more Asians than Pearl Harbor, and he's now married to a lovely Korean woman.
I'm looking it up right now.
I think he's still married. Yeah. Thank you, Michelle. Though
it says
Michelle.
A weeb is a person who is interested in anime and Japanese culture. There is an important difference between a weeb and a weebo. The latter is a person who denounced their own culture. Like Marty Friedman or something.
Ask and you shall receive. There he is.
Oh, someone said it. It's funny. I never knew what a weeb was. I thought that was part of a weeble. Remember weebles?
Yeah, well, they wobble, but they don't fall down.
That's right.
No one else probably knows what we're talking about. I had the Star Wars weebles. They had like a Death Star, and that was fun.
The weebles are fine.
Remember Shrinky Dinks?
I do.
Shrinky Dinks were fun. You baked them. And what about color forms?
Mm-hmm.
I like those. They were like little plastic, and you set a scene.
Yeah.
I had the Dukes of Hazzard color forms.
Remember Easy Bake Ovens?
Loved it. Yeah, I had it. Some people would tell you that's just for girls, but I didn't give a fuck.
I think I might have burned my fingers on that light bulb. You remember the show The Electric Company? And
yeah, sure. Morgan Freeman.
And there's another one named Zoom, where they would make stuff every week. They make like this giant monster out of garbage bags with a vacuum cleaner. I always thought that was
I was a little scared of that show, to be honest.
Zoom, 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 zoom. Probably.
I liked the Bugaloos. I liked some of that the Sid and Marty Krofft kind of stuff too. But a lot of people are having nice flashbacks to the old days. CIA Hole is saying that $60 Canadian is 46 USD. Don't forget that the good people at YouTube and Google, because Google pays this, the AdSense, they take a cut too. So we're going to give some money to some charity. So, here, Johnny, look who's here. Chris is a comedian, as you know. He wants you to know that he wants to say that you pee soy sauce. I mean, is that funny?
I don't know what that means.
Time out for Chris again. Second time out of the night. We're gonna have to do it. We have to put him in timeout. Sorry.
No, she just brings that up because I don't know. I mean, it's not like saying I do. I don't play any favorites. Okay.
Snoopy snow cone machine. I wanted that so bad. I didn't get it until I was an adult. I loved it. It
Oh,
sucks.
yeah.
It's a lot of work. You got to put the fucking ice in and grind it.
Yeah, there was a cotton candy machine too, right?
Dave Balls is now in the lead with $100.
Whoa.
Dave is a great guy, by the way, and thank you for supporting a charity. And again,
Sweet.
Dave created those drum heads. But Dave, you're gonna choose the charity that you want to give this money to. So thank you, Dave. And it's between Toys for Tots, St. Baldrick's, and Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, or a charity involving animals. I'm always up to help animals before people. So yeah, it's great that.
That's right.
It's great that everybody is supporting. It's a good thing. Kim Kardashian has a Rachel Bolin nose chain. I have heard of that. I believe that she was heavily influenced by him. The Banana Splits horror movie is fantastic. If you don't know what this is, you've got to see it. Johnny, are you familiar with this?
Yeah.
It's. I mean, look, it's stupid, but it's great. They turned the great Banana Splits into murderers, and it delivers. It's great. I have a very expensive collection of Banana Splits Funko Pops. Oh, you know, Light Bright. Light Bright is back. They sell a Stranger Things.
Oh yeah,
it is back.
Right.
Yep, that was fun.
I still have dreams about that, like the missing pieces.
I heard a story, and I believe Stephen. No, I can't remember who told me the story. It wasn't Stephen. It's about an Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah,
and I think it was one of the guys from Circus of Power who told the story. Maybe Alex Mitchell. He went on Alice in Chains' bus, and Lane Staley could create art. He could sketch people with an Etch-a-Sketch, and supposedly he did amazing sketches and artwork with it. So interesting.
Oh, Brian Kirk just upped it.
Oh my goodness! What is this? Is insane.
Brian Kirk is hilarious. I love it.
Brian, you are now in the lead. I want to make sure that we prove that the money went to a good cause. So.
Oh, I thought you paid for these and you were just paying yourself back and making a little money.
Huh?
You're giving you're giving it away, the money?
I think we'll give a cut to a charity, yeah.
Oh, a cut.
Yeah, we'll give them a cut. I mean, listen, I got to give the Google people a cut. I got to give the YouTube people. I got to
just tell them to just do it privately on PayPal or something.
Well, they've already paid, Johnny Monaco.
Oh.
This is not like a pledge. They've paid.
Can't they take that money back?
They're fucking take money back. What are you? These people were nice enough to contribute, and I'm going to take care of them. And if Google makes a little money, who cares?
But what about when one of them loses? Because two people are bidding for the same thing, right now, 100 and 120.
So what are you complaining about?
I just wanted to know how it works. I don't know how it works.
It works is whoever spends the most money, I'm going to give this damn thing to.
Okay.
Because they deserve it and they're helping people, and I'm going to give money to a charity.
All right. I never did.
I don't have another one. Where's my assistant?
Oh, you're saying you have another one. I get it.
I'm saying maybe I could give someone another one and we could make even more money for people, but I can't find it, so I don't know if that's possible.
You have a lot of them there.
So yeah, it's like an auction, except we're doing it on here live. It's like a live auction.
Okay.
Listen, I thought if somebody wanted to, people are always nice enough to give these super chats. I thought for someone who gave the most, for being a nice person, we would give back to some charity, and I think it's great. Some people, MAGA doesn't like it. He thinks they're drunk spending all that money. I mean, I'm sure he's fine with it. MAGA, I don't think. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I think that does stand for Make America Gay Again. And MAGA, more power to you and your freedom to choose. God bless you, and your rights. I hope they don't take it away. Okay.
I don't like the way I look. It's hot in here.
And everybody's great. And hold on. Here's a little rat humor. Brian ain't taking that laying down. What happened to Indie Cult? He's usually the big baller. He's more of a Johnny fan. If it was a Johnny Poppy, he would be more into it. Dave wants to help Toys for Tots, which is awesome. Actually, I'm going to tell you what I like to do for Toys for Tots, and this year you guys will get to see this. I've done Toys for Tots charity events every year since 2007. I've put on concerts, and when the pandemic happened, we weren't able to, and so we had to go to do it virtual. But what I like to do is for everyone who donates, I will go to a toy store, Toys R Us, even Target, and I'll buy the toys with people's money, whatever they donate, so I can show you that your money went to a good cause. I'll show the receipt. And to be honest, most of the times I end up matching what was donated because I buy stuff myself because I think it's an incredible charity. And so this year, I know it sounds early to talk about Christmas. It's July, but we're halfway there. Living on a prayer. But Johnny and I could, we'll go to a toy store and we'll shop and we'll show you guys where the money's going. And it'll be fun to see this fun stuff we pick out. Toys for Tots is good for a lot of reasons. Toys for Twats is a good charity too. That's a totally different thing and a totally different type of toy. But in this case, and by the way, stay tuned to my tour diary. You will see Johnny shopping in a store for vibrators and butt plugs. That's coming soon.
Oh, yeah. I bought a shirt there.
Yeah, it's a nice shirt. Not many people go to the butt plug store and buy a shirt. MAGA, Make America Gay Again, is saying that I'm homophobic, but I'm the furthest thing from homophobic. I don't think that even remotely. I'm okay with everybody and what they want to do. My friend, if you like same sex or don't, whatever, it's okay. Oh, look at this. He's mad. You are homophobic if you think it's an insult, jerk boy. I didn't know what he's talking about. Listen, I'm trying to respect your rights. If you want to suck cock and have cum like dribbling all over your face, and that's your God-given right. And as an American and as a patriot, I support your right to choose cum all over your face, if that's in fact what you like. Thank you. Yeah. Oh. Back there goes the sun. I would hate. All right. Politically correct episode. All right. Anyway, listen. You can have your rights, and I'm sorry. He doesn't like that we made it so coarse. And listen, if you're going down on men, of course you want them to be smooth, not coarse. Johnny. Oh, Jesus. Things are falling everywhere. I hope Johnny is okay.
Oh, man.
Johnny, you back? Okay.
That would have been bad. Why do I keep dropping? Need a better setup.
A lot of people fans of the hand trumpet.
All right.
Everybody's having a good time. 136 people watching. Gay people aren't a punchline, Ramones wannabe. I don't think they are at all. I'm trying to fight for your freedom.
It's not a punchline. It's just sick of hearing about it. It's like, fine. Get it.
Not even remotely. I have no issue.
I have tons of gay friends. Yeah.
And listen, I don't really care what people do. I'm a real American hero, like G.I. Joe and Jesus. I think you can do anything you want to do. What do we care? Oh, now he's mad. Fight for yourself, fucker. I don't know what that means.
Come on, you're a man. Put him in a triangle. Choke him.
What is it? just because you are a man, maybe I'm reading it wrong. I think it says make America gay again, and I'm with you. Why not support it? You know?
Yeah.
Am I reading this wrong? Steve thinks he needs a timeout.
Turn those bright lights off. We're in a society.
Chris says it's all levity. Relax, which is true. It's like a Bill levity even. Everything is fair game when you're busting balls. We're having some fun, and at the same time, we're raising some money and helping some people. And by the way, I want to give this. I found the other one. This is the Johnny Monaco haircut version. You guys are great, and you're supporting a good cause. So I'm going to sign this one too. And again, if you tell me that you want Johnny to sign it, he will do that. So, and yes, gay means happy. I'm not sure what you're saying, Michelle, but okay. So anyway, and make sure you subscribe. Don't be ridiculous. Have a good time and subscribe. I'm going to sign this one. And listen, you can still win it. There's 2 bids right now. These are not easy to sign. I'll tell you that. And if you win afterwards and you want your name on it, or you want me to write a little inscription or a comical thing or whatever, you can get it. Or if you want Johnny to sign it as well. So there's 2 of them right now. One is 100 and one is 120. As I pointed out, Google takes a share or whatever. But if Johnny was homophobic, he wouldn't be walking around in his underpants for you to look at his undercarriage. You know? So these really are the only 2 of the haircut one in existence. And you can see that I've got a microphone. I'll open one of these for you guys. And this is courtesy of the good people at Funko Hollywood, an amazing store. And you can see it looks just like me. He wears a lot of black. If you don't recognize that it's me, you can see, maybe this will help. You can see the glasses and then the microphone, because if you host a show, you've got to have a microphone. And then it has the haircut that Johnny gave me. They actually, I gave them a picture of the haircut that Johnny gave me, and they did their best to model it. And so anyway, there's 2 of these. They are signed. These will be the only 2 of the haircut version in existence. Come Christmas time, maybe we'll do a different one so we can help kids some more, that they don't come to buffets and be scumbags. I said you, Jason, not Johnny. He didn't make fun of gays. Listen, I don't think you're understanding. I am saying that if you want to be gay, that's okay. How is that making fun? Some of my best friends are gay. You know what I mean? If you like to tickle men's taints or check prostates, I think that's a great thing for you. If you like 69 or 72 or 86 with another man, if that is what brings you enjoyment, and then why would we make fun of that? I'm here fighting for your rights. Hold on. He'd like to know if Jizzy Pearl has been on the show, and that's a good question. And it's okay if you have a fascination with Jizz. Jizzy's on the show 3 times. Here they are, the only 2, 100 and 120. Anyone wants to bid more, they're going to be yours. And these are the only times they'll be made. I'll number them, 1 and 1 and 1 of 2. And again, thank you to the good people at Funko Hollywood. And okay, let me get back. Well, I can see when I wear the glasses. And sometimes when I see these people, I wish I couldn't see. You are making a joke out of a name and using gay as an insult, but we shall overcome. But I think you're misunderstanding. First of all, MAGA is an intelligent thing, and I'm for it. It stands for Make America Gay Again. Why would I be against that? You are not understanding, and that's okay. We have our differences. Yeah, Dr. Paul makes a good point. We need Grace to come back. She is
happening today.
Chris draws the line at Dirty Sanchez. Understood. You know what a Dirty Sanchez is, Johnny Monaco? Where's Mickey? Is your girlfriend around? Mickey, if you're in the chat, can you explain a Dirty Sanchez to the audience? In case you know. And yes, MAGA, I agree. Monkeypox is a tragedy. All right, it's tied, is what I'm told. It's tied. Well, Dave has. There's a from what I look at, Brian has 120. Dave has 100. So unless somebody else, Mickey is going to ask. Mickey is going to ask Ricky Rocket. Rocket, Mr. Rocket, or whatever the fuck they say. Anyway, I think we could say what a dirty Sanchez. Johnny, do you really know what a dirty Sanchez is?
I do. There's
a video with Screech. May he rest in peace. Screech came to a couple of Sin City Sinner shows. He was a nice fella. He had a bad reputation, but I don't think we need to say what a dirty Sanchez. People can guess for themselves, or they could read Eric's description. But I am not going to bring the show to that level. This is a mature show with grown men with maturity, and we're all grown men here. Some of us straight, some gay. It's okay. I am okay with it.
You're getting me in trouble here.
What'd you do? Mickey's mad at you?
No.
Ricky Rocket?
Ricky Rocket.
He might be angry.
I think I'm a little off.
Who's mad at you?
Well, someone here that thought you were referring to them as a stalker, but we weren't, because we were speaking about somebody else.
Is it really the person? Wink if it is.
No, it's not. It's someone else I recently met.
Oh, I should really, yeah. Well, then we should really clear that up. First of all, there's a lot of very nice people, and I really meet nice people too.
No, we don't have to say anything. That we're talking about a story that happened. It shouldn't be taken. That like
don't assume you are the stalker.
Just don't assume, right?
Dustin Diamond was allegedly hung like a camel. He has a sex tape. You can go watch it.
Who? Oh, Screech.
Screech, yeah. I'm late. What have I missed? Anything important? Tris, that's a good question. We're going to recap the entire show for you right now. Let me know when we get to the national anthem. And Brian Kirk says he will make up the difference with U.S. funds. So that's great. So they're both at 120. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to make sure we get these out. Listen, people are mad at me. It takes me time. I got a stack of CDs here. The good news is my domestic partner will be here to help. And if not, my other domestic partner, Sin City Collector, you can bid multiple times. Yeah, you can go all night with this. There's two of them, so you can go all night if you go until the show ends. But you can bid. If someone wants it, go up to 125, 130. It goes like that, and the highest winners, the two highest, will take it. Yes, Trish, you missed a little bit, and. Maga Bat says that I have pretty eyes and nice hair. Thank you, Maga. I appreciate that. If you would like to send a photo of yourself, I will return the compliment, so to speak. If you want to eat Rocky Mountain oysters, it's all good. They didn't have Rocky Mountain oysters at the buffet today. They did have bone marrow, and I did say that only an asshole would eat that. And then there was something else that we looked at. It was some kind of it was like a reconstituted duck or something.
I don't understand what's happening right now.
I think Johnny is nicer. Most people say that. It's strange because Johnny can be an angry person, but they do think he's nicer than me. Okay.
I told you this is the new version. Now I hope I got that right. What if it was just coincidence that she said I'm not the stalker, but I assumed she said that because she heard us talking about it. But in reality, it's two separate things, and then it's like
Let me get to the bottom of this. So there's a woman who chats with you online, and she's afraid that she thought that we were referring to her as a stalker.
Well, that's what I thought, but maybe now that I think about it, maybe just a coincidence. She was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm not a stalker." Maybe just like in passing, which would be something that would happen to me. Right.
Well, don't assume. When you assume, you make an ass of you and me. Johnny is gentle today. Yeah, I think he's pretty gentle. Jason Holstein needs to go to sleep. Unbelievable show tonight. Finish the replay tomorrow. Yeah, a lot of crazy things could happen between now and tomorrow. Does Ricky Rocket like rice too? Interesting question. I don't know.
Oh, I wouldn't know. maybe we should ask Mickey.
Yes. Johnny, I got to pee again. Can you handle this crowd for just a minute?
Mm-hmm. I don't like the way I look. Okay, so yeah, when we were talking here, and someone brought up something about a stalker earlier, what is referring to, I wouldn't want to say stalker. I mean, I don't know that. Maybe I'm on a list, you know, where everybody gets an email. You know, could be that too. Maybe I'm making it all about me. Like, oh, I keep getting all these emails, but in reality, it's a mass. It's a mass one. If that's the case, then I've got it all wrong. But then someone else thought we were talking about them, and I thought that was what was happening. I thought they were listening and maybe, you know, heard that. But now that I think about it, maybe they didn't hear any of that, and they were just saying, "Oh, by the way, I'm not, you know, crazy." Either way, it's a desert out here. It's 110 degrees, and pretty sure I have sand in my hair. And then tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, I don't think I have anything happening tomorrow. We've finished trying to put that paddleboard together, and then something's happening on the 8th, and then we have a week, and then back to doing that show in Ohio. Well, that should be cool. Let me take a look here. Jason Costello. I mean, yeah, I do, but I mean, we don't have a really good setup here for playing tunes. It never sounds right. This mic isn't. I got my computer is getting fixed, and he gave it back to me half fixed, and there's 3 screws missing from the bottom. So as soon as he's done, whatever he's getting it together over there, I got to go back. Social media, pedalboard. Well, it's a Line 6 HX Stomp XL and a wireless. That's it. I can't bring too much on the plane. Yeah. And got to put that on a board. Put that in my bag.
All right, I'm back. I see Johnny was answering some questions. I see a lot of talk about Peter North in interviews, and I don't really know where that's coming from, but okay. Monaco is like Jason on Valium. He's calmer and more gentle. Well,
Yeah, I don't know why today. I was
on a lot of Valium in my life, I'll tell you that.
I think I'm just tired.
Chris is a fan of the Line 6. Did you sell the pod? I don't know what he's saying.
I just returned it after I got it in a short time because I couldn't get any good tones out of it. I mean, I'm sure you can, but I just didn't like it, so I just sent it back.
What did you return first, the bed or the pod?
Well, my history with returning things, you know, it's questionable. So I don't remember. Probably the bed.
We do not travel with amps. There's backline at all of the shows. Although I would tell you that when we were out with Slaughter, I was sitting around out front of the hotel and I saw the guys pull up and I offered to help because they're nice guys and they travel with their own heads. Jeff Blando uses Crate and they got a lot. They travel with a bunch of shit. It's a lot of money in taking that stuff on the planes, but those guys. That's what they do. But most people just play the back line that is there. So let's see here. Someone would like to see a video of the Lake Mead drought. We could do that. There is one site from Viva Las Vegas that was filmed at Lake Mead. It's the site of Anne Margaret's father's home. It's on a boat. It is still there at Lake Mead. We should see it before the water is gone and all the bodies rise up and take it away. We're almost out of time, but I want to point out. So there's 2 of these pops, 2 of them. That's it. I promise that's it. I'll number them. 1 of 1 and 2 of 2. Whoever spent the most will get 1 and the other one will get 2. And then if you want Johnny, just let me know and he'll send it to you. Go to my Instagram and give me your name and address, okay? And if you have any other items, they're all coming. There's a stack of stuff right here that needs to go out. I can only do so much. Anyway, but we'll get these out. Now, as far as how the Toys for Tot charity works, I'll tell you a little bit how I got involved. I thought it would be a great cause. Started at the Dive Bar in 2007 with Sin City Sinners. The first guest at the time was Stevie Sex Summers from Pretty Boy Floyd, who will be back on the show soon, and he's also on my tour diary. Actually, he's on the next episode, so stay tuned Monday to see my run-ins with him. He's an interesting guy, a nice guy. Anyway, so what happens is that you call the Marines, hoorah, and then they will come and pick them up at most shows. But the last couple of years, it's been difficult, so I would go down to where they set up their camp, which is down by the racetrack here in Las Vegas, and drop off the toys. So every year we would do it, and every year it would get bigger. And then my band, Sin City Rejects, would open up for Sin City Sinners, and we would raise money and toys. And I would then bring the toys down. And again, any money that gets donated for Toys for Tots between now and then also we'll do this again as a real Christmas show. I will go buy the toys. Johnny will go with me. We'll spend the money that's made, all of it, and put our own into it. And then those toys will be brought to the Marines, the U.S. Marine Corps, and they will make sure that the toys get into the hands of less fortunate people. Life sucks, and there's no reason that kids should not at least get a toy on Christmas. Not giving a toy on Christmas is how you get these people fucking killing people, or even worse, maybe not worse, but going to buffets and making a scene in front of the ice cream. And so those kids deserve a nice Christmas. And so we're going to make sure that everybody, we're going to do our best. So anyway, that's how that works. And I thought that we should explain it. And there'll be a lot more coming up. What is going on here? I'm trying to figure out what the fuck. Oh, I think maybe somebody got ripped off by Vinnie Vincent. I don't know. Johnny, how many shows have you done with Stephen Piercy now?
Has it been 3?
I think it's 5. Let's count. You started at M3, which is in Maryland.
Okay.
Then after M3 in Maryland, did you go to Oregon?
I want to say yeah. No.
And then I think you went to Milwaukee in Michigan.
That's 4.
That's 4. Maybe that's it.
Maybe it's been 4, right?
Yeah, I don't have the
2 this weekend, and then the other 2, unless we're missing one in there somewhere. But I don't think so. Oh yeah, we're missing Atlantic City.
Atlantic City. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, so you've done 5 so far. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah. Just,
here's Biff. Biff is having a fight about masks. Biff, you're late. We've already explained that if you take a mask and you spit at it, the spit doesn't come through the other side. So when there's an asshole sneezing next to you, like yourself possibly, you would then not take that person's snot. Now, you may enjoy breathing people's spit and snot and other bodily, and if you do, that's your God-given right. MAGA enjoys it. But I don't. And Johnny, I don't think either. When we're on a plane and there's a big pig next to us, I like to have the mask to keep their shit off my face. And then I change the mask or clean the mask. And I'm not talking about preventing COVID. I'm talking about I don't want people's jizz in my face. Jesus Christ. And so everyone stop being a fucking moron. I just can't stand it. Don't follow.
The people are just like really unaware of like what's happening around them, or they don't care. In either way, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Personal space.
Moron.
Sneezing and shit. You don't know how to not sneeze into the air.
Biff says he's going to see us backstage in Columbus. I hope I didn't call you an idiot, Biff, but I do look forward to seeing you. Wear a mask. Tris, thank you so much. Tris, I feel like you've donated more than once today. We should probably add that up towards your total because Jason, if everyone is a moron, then you may be the problemo. Huh. Let me think about that for a second, MAGA, while I put you in timeout so you can go fuck yourself. Okay. Let's see who else.
What is happening today?
We've been on for 2 hours, 59 minutes,
Crazy.
44 seconds. Here's Garrus. Garrus is a jackass. Garrus, face diapers.
Yeah.
Garrus, what a diaper is when you want shit in your face, I think. I think you might be into that. You might be German and watch those movies. Again, you get the mask, spit on it, shoot a water gun on it, jack off all over that mask. I promise you it doesn't come onto the other side. If you want jizz on your face, sir, enjoy it. Me and Johnny Monaco, I shouldn't speak for him, but we do not. So
I don't want jizz on my face unless it's coming from Faster Pussycat.
Would you? Well, that's true. Nobody. This is not about politics. Because some idiot tells you something, just use sense. Spit on it. It doesn't come through. Look at that.
Spit on it.
Yeah. Is your girlfriend still here? She must be disgusted.
I don't know. Mickey, are you still with us?
And where's my domestic partner? This has been a great show, Jason. Johnny, I really enjoyed it. Because
I think
you
the two of them would get along.
They would get along.
Maybe those two should say hi to each other. Well, they'll probably be like, kids.
Johnny, I have an idea.
Hey.
What about if Michelle and Mickey came on the show and we did one of two things?
Okay.
They compete in trivia to see. We tell them 10 things that either you or I did, and they have to guess which one did it, or we do like a newlywed type thing where we answer questions about them, they answer questions about us.
I like that.
Yeah. So we'll see. And they can come on.
I think that's a great idea. I think they would have fun with it. Michelle, she's cold steel. I know.
Yeah.
She does.
So,
you won't be able to tell. She'll be like,
Johnny, Mickey just got out of the shower, so she'll probably be FaceTiming you soon.
Yeah, we got to get them on the show.
Eric
we do
makes
like four different things.
Yeah, we can all be in our own box, like the Brady Bunch.
Oh, that's going to be great.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Eric says it's about general germs, you fucking idiots. Nothing to do with C19. Get that in your heads. And he could not be more right. It's germs. Asian people, unless you guys are a whole bunch of bigots, have been wearing masks for ages. And
they have.
They're probably right.
Yeah, because they're smart and they have it together.
Mm-hmm.
Not like these ding dongs making fun, coughing and sneezing in their sandals with no socks in a man line, hung together, drinking beer, going through the casino. Bunch of losers.
Yeah.
I mean, they're having a good time.
I love this show gets more unhinged by the week. Well, we're supposed to have fun. At the end of the day, regardless if you like masks, you don't like masks, if you have political ideas, I personally don't care about them, but whatever. We're all okay. We all like to laugh. We all like rock. Whatever that you're here for, we're trying to give you. We're having a good time. This is supposed to be kind of lighthearted. But someone comes in here because they have some angry shit that they want to talk about. And what's the point? Let's see. Anyway, people, Dr. Paul knows, the people are policing themselves. Cincinnati Collector makes a great point. Michael Jackson wore masks for years. It doesn't mean we're all going to take propofol or whatever the fuck it's called. 2 masks. I started the show with 3 masks. And again, you argue science. I say spit or sneeze on a mask. Even if it's 10%, I'll take my chances. You'll see in the upcoming videos, because Johnny and I are in airports so much, people are rude. The gate will be empty. Johnny and I were sitting at a gate, and Johnny was across from me. And we weren't going to wear a mask. It was just us. Stephen was a few seats down. It was fine. And these people come over, and they sit right next to Johnny with his million open seats, and they begin to cough and sneeze, and then it just goes everywhere. And so, yeah, you put your mask on because you really just don't want that all over your face. And this is not about politics.
Yeah, well, those people, they're unaware they're doing it. I get mad because I think they got to be doing this on purpose, but they don't. No, there's just something going on. Like, I don't know what happened past 5 years. We're going to a lot dumber.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way. We're at the 3-hour mark. I want to, we'll do last call on the items. Right now, Brian and Dave are getting them. Those are the only 2. I'll number them. And again, if you write me on Instagram, if you want Johnny to sign them, and then we will go to the post office and send those off to you. And then also, like I said, I got people's orders here. I got a stack. These are all
Patreon orders, they have to go out. They've been sitting here. They have your names on them. And so I will sit and do that. It's because the shows this week have been postponed, I do have a little extra time to do it. The show takes time. I know this seems like we're just sitting here talking silly, but interviewing people takes time. Editing it takes time. And so I haven't forgot anybody. I appreciate everybody who supports the channel. And if you Instagram me, we'll make sure that everybody is taken care of that. Let's see here. Well, 3 hours, 5 minutes. It feels like we just started the show yesterday. That's my Tough CD. Yeah, Tough CD. Those were donated. I have Johnny gave you your stuff too. I got it if you want to see it. Hold on a second. Johnny donated these and they went into the giveaway. Here's the photo signed by Johnny and his lovely bride. And that's here.
Something a little off with that person.
And it came with that. Yeah, well, anyway, but some of the stuff didn't go out, and a lot of it did, and then the rest of it comes from Australia. I thank you guys for supporting. I thank you guys for watching this. Thank you. Trisk said, "Take your time, bro. No worries." Michelle likes to call me bra or bruh or something like that, but she also speaks Gen Z fluently. Scott makes a great point. The MAGA bat actually was Jesse Smollett, which makes a lot of sense. I think it's Juicy Smollett. Anyway,
this day is just.
Chris is back.
Dude, look, Mark Dorian. That's terrible.
Yeah, Chris, he picks his battles. Once he has time out, he sits in the corner and then he picks a battle and he comes back. And every now and then he says something. Okay, Chris is heading to bed. He's had enough of this shit. And he said he'll see us in Columbus. Listen, if you guys want to hang out with us in Columbus and you want to be on this tour diary, if you're enjoying the tour diary and I come to your city, tell me you want to be on it. And by the way, I will tell you this, Johnny and I have gone and hung out after every single show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Johnny's not one of these big rock stars who, sits in the back and gets blowjobs and I don't know. Some people are back there doing that. Anyway, we're out amongst the people. And Johnny and I, a lot of people come over to Johnny and tell him they're happy to see him in the band or they like his playing. But right before we went on the ski lift, a gentleman came over and told us how much he enjoys watching this show, and he was able to quote some of the silly things that we did, and it's rewarding. It's nice that people enjoy this.
Yeah.
Ed Torian, that's a Howard Stern reference, but a very funny one. Ed Torian is the guy who runs the lie detector test on Howard Stern.
Well,
the bat.
We'll bring the fun, and you bring the smallpox.
You should try fucking yourself. I read it slow because I want to make sure you need a release.
What is happening right now?
Only on this show do I let
talk really dirty too.
Everybody be heard. I think that's a good thing. Anyway, but yeah, we'll hang out and you'll be on the tour diaries, and people who've been coming over, I've been getting them on there, and we can all hang out. So feel free.
And get monkeypox.
I don't read my stuff as much as Johnny. So if you want to hang out, you just go to Johnny's social media, send him nudes, whatever. He'll talk to you. And we'll all have a little party backstage. Okay, let me just skip through stupidity. And almost time to wrap it up. But next stop, Picktown Palooza. I talked to the fine people there. We're in good hands. The person running the show was the former tour manager for Hee Haw. So we'll be set. That's that. He actually did say that. I'm not joking. And Johnny, Roy Clark could shred. Am I right?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Great.
People don't. There's a couple of people that people don't know how good they are. Roy Clark is one, and the other is Jerry Reed.
Right.
They think they know him smoking a bandit, but those guys could really.
Both great, great stuff. Super hard to play like that.
Mm-hmm. That's a style. So, all right, I gotta just give me 1 second. The MAGA bat is annoying me. He's annoying me, and so I'm going to put him in a timeout.
Okay, I think that's done. And yeah, okay, that's enough of him
Yeah,
for a little while.
it's wild. I don't know what it. I don't think it was wild as much as it was
What are you talking about?
the show. They said it was a wild one.
I feel like we risked our lives for Custer. That was wilder.
Yeah, I don't know. Just talked about what we did. So I think, the buffet was fun.
Yeah.
We'll get those other things in the mail, and I'll figure out what's going on with this other one, and I'll send him one, and we'll do it again.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just letting a few people have the last word. We'll wrap up in a couple minutes here. Johnny's wrapping up, you can tell, but I'm going to let a few more people finish. Jerry Reed sat behind my mom in high school in Atlanta in the 1950s and pulled on her hair. Ooh, interesting. Maybe get a DNA test, Steve. Your father might be the great Jerry Reed. Maybe her hair wasn't the only thing he pulled on. Jerry Reed, do you know the name of Jerry Reed's dog? It's a basset hound. What was the name of the dog? Trivia question. Someone tell me the name of Jerry Reed's dog in the movie Smokey and the Bandit. I do know the answer. Took me a second, but I know it. And I'll let somebody answer that.
I think I know. Hold on
Do
a
you
second.
know? I got it.
I think I know.
All right. Here, write down your answer, Johnny. I write mine down. I think I'm right. Well, people are saying it now, so I know I'm right. But
Let me see.
Fred.
Oh, I was wrong. I said Clyde.
Clyde is the Clint Eastwood right turn. Clyde. That's the orangutan.
How did I not know that? Yeah, Fred. Totally.
Fred. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Home run show. I'm glad that people like this one. Floyd was a good guess, but no, Chris is correct. It's Fred. Flash was a good guess. A lot of people guessing Flash. Jerry Reed told me about this girl who would offer blowies every time he pulled her. Dr. Paul, you're out of control. Yes, Fred is the correct answer.
Blowy.
That's a term you don't hear every day. I think that's the kids like that one.
It's a good one. Yeah, kids. Fishbowl parties.
Not here for a long time. What's a fishbowl party? Is that where you put your keys in the fishbowl?
I think so, right?
I think you show up at a party. Everyone puts the key.
Party.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pick your key, and then that's the one.
Yeah, and then whoever's key you get at the end of the night, you go home with. That's a dangerous game. What if you get Mabel King? Do you know Mabel King?
Well, she probably got dropped off.
Well, Mabel King was the mama on What's Happening.
Yeah, she didn't drive herself.
True.
So is it a key party? Is it a fishbowl? They call it a key party? You pick the key, and then that's the person that you do it with. Like, well, I got your key.
Yeah, Flash was Roscoe's dog on Dukes of Hazzard. Similar dogs, that's true.
Right.
But yeah, key party. I don't know if I would. Have you gone to those?
Yeah, no. My daughter's. Yeah, no. My keys would look silly in there next to all those BMWs and stuff. They're like, "What's this? Who's Sonata?" They're like,
I would
pick around that one. I don't want.
You would label your keys.
They see mine. Yeah. This isn't an electric start. I don't want this one.
We should do a show where we do one of those things, and whoever we pick, you have to sit and chat with that person. Which could be hard. They're difficult.
FaceTime for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm, yeah. And
like this the whole time. So, what you doing?
Mm-hmm. We give everybody a number, right? We put the number. We write it on a thing like this. We drop it in a bowl, and then
right.
Yeah, I do it. So that could be coming up on the show. This is how we get ideas.
The dating game.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a dating game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you get to know. What about speed dating? What about if you and I we do it live? That would be great. If there's any, same sex is okay too around us, but we pick 3 people, Johnny. They come on, and you have to speed date with those 3 people.
We do, or they have it with each other.
Well, we could do other people too, but I think it'd be funny.
You're saying you think this is going to be okay with
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Speed, dating, speed dating.
They won't give a fuck. It's for entertainment.
Okay, so we speed date.
Unless you got to ask Ricky Rocket if he's okay with it.
What? what happens at the end?
We have to figure out a way where I think we can't see the people, but the audience can. Do you get what I'm saying? So we have to cover our blindfold ourselves. They'll have 3 people on the screen. We can ask questions of the 3 people, and then at the end we choose a person. I think that's.
This sounds a little involved.
We can make it happen. Charlie's here. He says, "Hey boys, the show ideas are great. People are loving it. Michael Perez has got to be up in 5 hours, but it was well worth it. Y'all are missing out on key parties, I suppose. And
Parties.
This is great. It seems like Dave and Brian are going to take home these pops for a good cause, which is great.
Okay.
And eventually we'll have at Christmas time we'll do a better one, full. This was just a quick thing because I had them here and we wanted to give them to somebody. And I'll number these. If you want Johnny to sign them, he can do that. If you want your names written on, we'll do that. 100 and 120, all for a good cause. And I'll figure out whatever Google takes from me. I'll make up the difference. I usually don't like to take questions from Chris because he's a moron. But he'd like to ask Mickey what Johnny is really like. And to be honest with you, I'd like to know too. So Mickey, if you'd like to tell us, I understand it's your private life. And here's my Patreon. Thank you, Sin City Collector. The Patreon is up now. And people, I'm going to go after this. You guys think I just lay around, but I'm going to go around and I'm going to update the John Corabi interview for Patreons. Mickey, are you still here? She said she just got out of the shower. I don't think it takes long for her to get dressed because she doesn't wear a lot of clothes. Yes, congrats on the pop figure. It's great. It'll go to charity. Absolutely. Gareth says he met a girl through speed dating, but the relationship couldn't end quick enough. I think the fun part of it, and thank you, Dave, and Brian as well. I think the fun part of it is just a conversation. What kind of questions you ask? Because you only have a certain amount of time. I've never done it, but I think it'd be funny. I think I would be great at speed dating. I would also look at the person who went before me and then insult that person because that's what men do, to make yourself look better. I have a stomach ache from laughing so much. Love you guys. Well, Dr. Paul probably has something that will help you with that, but we thank you for watching and joining. Yes, Johnny will sign it. Johnny, make sure you remember to sign that. We'll bring that pen, and Johnny will sign it. And Instagram me. And my Instagram is JSIN, then an underscore, and then the word green. GREEN. There's no E on the end. Mean Jason Green. And I used to play a little football. Anyway, so that's how you find me on Instagram. It's easy to find. Subscribe to this channel, like, comment, all those things. Mickey says that Johnny is like this, but times 10 and with less clothes. Yeah, those two have a wild and wacky relationship. And same with Brian. Brian would like it signed too. So Johnny will, and we will get those to you. So, and soon. We won't take forever on this one because we got to go back to the post office anyway. A bit of seagull semen in a tablet form will fix that right up. So that's the doctor's, and he is a doctor. He doesn't just play one on TV. Chris, who sometimes is a moron, is suggesting a spoonful of sugar, which will also give you diabetes. All right, guys. Well, listen, I got to be honest with you. I could do this all night. I've enjoyed it. I'm thinking of an idea, and since we're brainstorming on ideas, I've been thinking about doing a telethon sort of thing. Maybe for the Toys for Tots we'll do this, but where we'll do shifts. I'll do 4 hours. Johnny will do 4 hours. And I'll even set my camera up next to my bed while I sleep. And while he's doing his part, I'll come back, and maybe some other guest hosts. I know some other great guests who've been on the show. Then they'll do a shift, and then everyone will do 24 hours, and different people will host, and they'll do their own thing. And I think it could be a lot of fun for you, the audience. No spoons from Phil. I've told the story before. I'll tell it real quick. Earlier, I spoke about how Phil Lewis has an affection for jacking off into spoons and then letting people photograph it. Brent Muscat and I were going to LA. It was a show at the Cat Club or one of those places that's not there. And he said we could save money by staying at Phil Lewis's house. Phil had a parrot. I said, do you want to stay at a guy's house with a fucking parrot? The thing will be making noise all night. And then when we have breakfast, we'll sit down at the table and he'll give us cereal and you won't know if you have the spoon or not. And Brent said, you're right. We better we better take a hotel. And we did. So let's see. Martha, don't take advantage. Don't take advice from Chris. I wouldn't. I don't think he's a medical person. Oh, the MAGA Bat is back. Anyway, MAGA Bat is fine. MAGA Bat's one of those guys. We fought. I make fun of him a little bit, and then he goes, "It's all good." You know what I mean? He's one of those. You know how those guys are, Johnny? It's all good fun, which is what this show is about. This show is to bring levity to your life and have a good time. I'm glad everybody was laughing. And let's see if anybody else has anything important to say. If not, I'm going to wrap this up. We've done this now for 3 hours, 20 minutes, and 34 seconds. And I feel like we've only just begun. And we were able to do this because the shows were postponed. We will tour. Okay, so Friday, I'm going to recount now. Friday, you can watch my interview with John Corabi. Hopefully Monday, I'll have the next Tour Diary Part 2 from Hollywood up. And then we'll be in Ohio. You can see that. Go to johnnymonaco.com. He has a really cool merch section. I was looking at it, and he ships the orders himself and sign your stuff. Johnny's got a really great collection of records. I'm not just saying that. It's got good stuff. And there's still some stuff that I haven't heard yet that I'm going to go on there and save on the shipping. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. Anyway, it's been a great show. We raised a lot of money for good causes. We had a lot of fun. And also, Johnny and I can afford to eat at that buffet now because of you folks. So looking forward to Tour Diary 2. Thank you so much. If you haven't watched it, the link is at the top in this description. Go in and watch it, support it, like, comment. Tell me what you'd like to see. I know a lot of people would like to see more music. Of course, I can't show all Rat's music. And go on YouTube and watch that. But you will see more behind the scenes. And as I felt more comfortable when I shot the first Tour Diary, I didn't really know those guys. I didn't want to stick a camera in their faces. Now that I know everybody, it's a lot different. And also having Johnny out there also helps. All right, Trouser Chili, which I believe is related to Juan Crusade Chili, says later. Big Stew. We got stews and chilies. It's like a buffet again. Excellent show. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Mark FX. Peace. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Johnny, anything you want to say before we go?
No, I think we covered a lot of stuff. Kind of funny. And we'll do it again.
All right, guys. We'll see everybody again soon. Thank you. And